As long as you're aware of it. Hello. We're back on the internet. Oh, shit.
Ooh. I wasn't ready. Come on.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
there's things I can't control.
That's for true. That is for true.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? We're bringing the energy today. Thanks,
Yes.
Jardine. All right, all right.
You're welcome.
I can't talk.
Starting strong.
I'm busy. Doing pretty good. Had a lot of meetings, so this is different.
This is like the best kind of meeting.
Yeah, this is a good meeting.
Let's
The
make sure
only
it's one of
difference
those. Sorry, go ahead.
He's paying attention to this one.
This is true. For work meetings, it's like I have like one piece of, you know how like a dolphin doesn't sleep all of its brain at the same time? I have like just a piece that's like listening to my name being said, and it's like, "Ooh, what was that?" Bad news. Started a new project. There's 2 errands.
Oh no.
The name gets said quite a bit now.
It's really funny ever since like work from home started and everybody like there's always that time where it's like, hey Mike, what do you think about that? And it's like, sorry, I was multitasking. What was the thing? I know we talked about, and like you're just trying to like give enough information to make it seem like no, I kind of was listening.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
in
Like
there.
100% was it though? Kind of.
I wasn't, but I do remember words. Just give me 15 to 20 to bring those back.
Yeah, my meetings are twice a week, and it's playing Dungeons and Dragons with children, and that's how I get gray hairs.
Yeah.
To go me wrong, I have lots of fun.
Yeah.
But it's still there.
Yeah. But that's
Herding
not-
cats.
That's fun. Yeah, herding cats does sound pretty stressful, but
Herding
least-
cats?
Herding cat. Yeah, it's like
with an E,
H-U-
running D&D with
RT?
these kids is like herding cats.
Got you.
Except
Herding.
all of these cats are playing virtually, so it's impossible.
Corralling
to herd them.
cats.
Corralling
Let's be
cats.
illiterate.
Like a
Not
sheepdog.
illiterate.
I've been
Damn.
saying herding cats for a while now, so I'm gonna.
It sounds like you're gonna leave the cats
Yeah.
alone.
Brookie, stop doing that.
You did bring up something that I'm curious about. Which one of us is gonna go full gray first, do you think? Like Jardine's the oldest, but I think you have the least
No,
amount
it's
of gray
definitely
currently.
Peaches.
Well,
Peaches has he's starting strong. I'll give him that. You got the
I've
Mr.
been-
Fantastic.
I've been going gray since I was 16.
My man.
Oh, same. But it's in weird spots.
after thinking about it, there's no way I'm gonna be the first one to go gray because my dad's what 74 now, and he's not fully gray yet.
Wow, that's crazy.
You'll never know because if I see a gray hair for real, I'm just gonna shave it all off.
You haven't gotten a gray hair
No,
yet?
I definitely haven't gotten gray hairs.
Yeah.
When it's like when
I'm
we've
going
crossed
gray
the
in the
majority line.
I've had them for so long. I thought it was pretty normal. Now I'm not noticing.
Yeah.
I mean, based on the room, it's kind of normal.
I don't really get them. I think I get like one every now and then, but I don't.
No.
Peaches, can
Like,
you turn
I
your
literally
head
have
for
a
me little
silver streak in my hair. Like,
Yeah, you got the Mr. Fantastic, dude.
Yeah, if you're
If
gonna
that's not
get
your
it.
Halloween costume, I'm so disappointed.
I've got like the hidden rogue, unfortunately. Like, it's like up here. It's like a literal silver stripe in here.
Is it where your headphones go? Is that why? Do you bleach your headphones?
Not actually, but
All right, it's close.
It's pretty close. Yeah.
It's not
Can you
far.
imagine just wearing headphones give you gray hair?
There's a bunch of streamers that wear headphones and they have dents in their heads.
Yeah.
Why are they wearing these things? Buckle under the chin?
It's like Tim the Tat Man because he's bald, and every now and then he takes his headset off, and his stream's like dent. It's like, I don't have
Yeah.
a dent in my head, and he's like, oh shit, I do.
You guys really
He
should watch
feels
that
it?
video.
I
Yeah,
think
it's
I've seen
it's
it.
incredible how he
It's like a
finds
year
out
old,
and-
isn't it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
He like turns and sees his own dent.
Yeah, he has to like zoom
Yeah.
in and like, he
Yeah.
like, goes like this and he's like, oh
You
shit.
can see, like, the
rainwater
light
if he doesn't
warp.
think he has a dent.
Yeah.
That's. Oh, we're getting older.
Yeah.
Good times.
We'll get head dents.
That's how you know you're back.
Life goals. Head dents.
Hard
Oh
pass.
God, I hope not.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have Ray here because then we could also talk about who's going to go bald first. But he's not going to be here. I'm going to fire shots.
Like I said, if the majority of hair is white, maybe I'll by choice go bald first.
True.
It could be cool. I've never thought of white hair as being like a bad thing. Just
No, I don't really want to shave my head if I go bald. That's just what my dad did.
I think you're the only person here who could shave his head, and people would look at you like
confidently
fucking
can say
crazy.
yes.
Yeah.
I genuinely fear what a bald head would look like for me. Like if I had to go bald, it'd probably just like horrible.
So, question then, Aaron, like, what's the price tag on that?
Ooh.
Oh, more than you got, probably.
But like, you know,
you haven't given a number yet.
there's Kickstarter, GoFundMe, like there's a lot of options. Like, I'm just wondering what we'd have to.
Keep in mind, you're only bald for a short period of time.
True.
In the grand scheme of things.
And then I have to go through the baby bird phase.
Sometimes it looks cute. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Look how sick it looks.
Look how sick you look. You look like Neo after he comes out of the Matrix for the first time.
I've never done full bald, but I've done buzz cuts before for like 2 years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Fine.
not that bad.
I did 1 year of frosted tips, but that's about it.
I shaved my head when I was
One
10.
summer, really.
You did like the Cisco look, or?
I
Those are
lost
platinum
a
tips.
bet
Fair.
with one of my dad's friends, and the bet was like, if I win, I get money, and if I lose, I have to bleach my hair. My dad's like, I didn't raise someone who skirts on a bet, so here we go. He drove me himself, and I got my hair bleached.
Wow.
He's looking
And,
in
and
the
then
eyes.
and it was short. It was short at the time, so when it grew out, I just had blonde tips.
I just love that your dad just looked at you and went, "I didn't raise no bitch," and you went,
Yeah.
"Okay."
He didn't say the word bitch.
Yeah, but like,
it was completely inferred.
Thanks, pops.
Oh, good times.
Oh man.
Can't wait to do that to my son.
Bringing it back. Just everyone starts getting
Every Bricklay's got to have a summer of bleached tips. It's a tradition.
yeah, they bleach it this summer.
Well, I guess one of us has to make a bet with this kid then, at some point.
Oh, in order for him to have to follow through on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, but you
That'd
can't
be
talk
fun.
today. Words anyway.
I didn't know. wasn't listening as to why we're putting
We're doing the
finger on
wrong
the nose,
one.
but I saw it.
No, sorry.
Yeah, do
It's
both.
to
gotta
see
get
who
a
has to
uniform.
make a bet with Winston at some point to get the frosted tips
all
going.
right, Peaches, you have to ruin that kid's life. Have fun.
If he just loses the bet.
It's gonna be easy.
What does
By
that
the
mean?
time I make listen, by the time I make a bet with Brickley's son, I'm already going to have kids of my own. So I have all this practice to ruin their lives before.
What you're saying is
When he's
an eye for an eye makes two kids bleached blonde.
Blonde.
Exactly.
Oh man. You have to bet. You have to get the kids to bet each other, and then make it so that
Ooh,
neither one of them
that's
can
tough.
actually win.
Yeah,
So they just do it at the same time.
yeah.
Nice.
It's the answer to the universe, kids.
Mhm.
Two.
Tricks.
Tricks
Not
are for
anymore.
kids.
Don't sue us, please.
Hello, friends. We're the casual ones with inverted axes, and welcome to our second ongoing campaign in Dungeons and Dragons. If you're new to the stream or new to the channel, this is our campaign that we stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to see this campaign from the beginning, what did I say? I said Wednesday, didn't I? It's Thursday. I was off for a week. The days mean nothing.
Yes.
We stream it every Thursday at 7 p.m. That's why we're live right now.
Mhm.
Figure it out. If you want to see the campaign from the beginning, we do have a bunch of our episodes up on our YouTube channel, and I think a few of them are still available in the VODs as well. We're always working to get more of this stuff up on there too. If you're interested in seeing some of the other stuff we do stream every Tuesday. We actually just finished our kind of chapter finale for Through the Breach, which was run by Ray, who's Mr. AFK in the middle there. And we're going to be starting up something brand new this coming Tuesday, which I think all of us are pretty excited for. Aaron's going to be running a Monster of the Week campaign, which we've done in the past, but this is going to be a little bit different. I don't know if we want to talk about the setting or anything, but let's just say it's going to smell like Teen Spirit.
It
know?
will.
We're going to slide.
Right to the screen.
we're gonna play for Everlong, so it's gonna be
Yes,
pretty
this is
good.
True.
And it'll be in 1 week.
Yeah, it will be in 1 week.
Hey.
Yeah, it will be in 1 week. But yeah, so keep an eye out for that if you want to see something a little bit different than what we normally do, and that'll be starting 7 p.m. on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
But with that all being said, we can go ahead and recap our last session. So, after our party here had returned to Turin, after clearing out the ruins, you ended up having some meetings with both Caleb and then eventually his father in regards to what had happened in the ruins themselves. You kind of went back and forth speaking about the information on the creatures that you had discovered there, those you had slain and those that had gotten away. Talked a little bit about what had potentially gone on in there and some of the odd quirks that had been taking place, such as the some of the stone that was there and different matters such as that. A lot of questions were raised after this conversation, and at that point you'd kind of been given a few different options as to what you might want to do next and where you would want to go. After some conversations amongst yourselves, you had decided that you wanted to make your way towards Athaleto. You were provided a couple horses and a cart, well, sort of a wagon, covered cart, call it what you want, with which to travel. However, Zelmuth decided that that's not how you guys roll and went and purchased a carriage and decided to just take the horses, hook them up to the carriage, and you would all be on your way.
I mean, it's the same kind of rolling, just in style.
It's true. It is true. So knowing that you had about a 3 to 4 day trip ahead of you, you all kind of cozied up. Grub, you got to sort of learn a little bit more of the luxurious life, and you found out that you could actually lay down sideways in a carriage, and it could be quite cozy. While
What?
I know. While Charlie and Silas were up in the front, kind of taking turns leading the carriage. It's not a cart because you wouldn't take it. Leading the carriage, and after a day's journey, you decided to all kind of pull off to the side of the road, make camp, and rest for the evening. So that's where we pick up today. You guys end up making it through the night without any consequence. Nothing bad befalls you, and dawn has risen. So you all kind of start going about your morning. If you guys want to cook, have breakfast, you're welcome to do so. And then pack your
Did
stuff
we
up.
actually like break out for camp? Oh yeah,
Yep.
I fell asleep inside the carriage. Like
Yeah,
no.
because that's
Try
more-
indoors.
the most comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the most indoors you could be outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zell definitely has Joffrey like making him tea.
Okay.
Like crumpets or something. And he's like sitting probably outside the carriage until he knows Grub has woken up. Because he doesn't want to be rude.
Actually, I will ask one of you to roll a d10 for me.
I did it last time. So somebody else.
Who's next in the old?
Actual order. But were we going with clockwise or?
Yeah, I think that's what we've always done. So it's
Okay.
Elhorn.
Yeah.
A D10, you said?
Yes, sir.
That's an 8.
An 8. Okay. Yeah, so morning starts up, and you can tell that there's a few clouds in the sky, but it looks like it's going to be another clear day for travel. No impending storms or anything like that.
But before we head off, I would like to make 2 treats.
Okay. So would you like to describe the kind of treats you're looking to make?
I'm going simple. I'm just making some bannock. So like fried bread.
Okay. Yeah, so you see Charlie pulls out like a few different utensils that you hadn't seen her utilize in the past, and she starts like putting together what looks like a pretty little tasty snack for the road. And
Snack.
Zelmuth, I don't want to brag, but it seems like Charlie's got some cooking skills much above Joffrey and what he's able to do.
I was actually just thinking, Charlie, you are quite the Swiss Army knife. Wow. Fantasy Swiss Army knife.
Ye old.
Swiss?
Ye old Swiss. Yes, Swiss of ye knife.
Well,
But there's definitely Swiss. We've locked onto that part.
Yeah. But it's the cheese. It's not the place. Those treats look marvelous.
well, perhaps you can have one later.
Really? I can't have one now.
And I put them away. Tie him up in a little like handkerchief for later. Put him in a bag.
I'll
Okay.
get those. I'm
I'm gonna get those.
Joffrey, come here.
Get those. I'm just gonna quickly just get Lucy out of my hat. Just
Okay.
kind of twirl my hat and get Lucy just to fly way ahead of us as far as she will go.
Okay.
And then come back just to see if there's anything there. And then as she's doing that, I'm gonna just make sure that the straps around the horses are tight and making sure that the carriage is secure on the horses.
On the horses.
Yes.
No problem.
By this point, Grub kicks open the carriage door and kind of like shirtless, just like some little ragged shorts on, stretches out, kind of pats a small little belly on himself, and then you see it brings down out of the carriage little snacks that he made as well, and they're just food from Caleb's table. I think that's his name.
Yep.
The guy.
Yep.
That he's stolen. Well, not stolen, but just bagged over the last few days.
Bagged, yeah, Tupperware.
Yeah.
Fantasy
Yield Tupperware.
Yeah.
The old Tupperware.
Field Tupperware with
Yield.
different snacks
Tup,
out.
tup.
Kind of offer that to everyone if they're looking for something.
Oh, thank you,
Yes,
Grub.
Yes,
Hey.
thank you.
Isn't this from Lord Emmett's house?
Most of it, yeah. We got what is that? Day old bread. We got day old apple and a little bit of day old rat.
I take the day old apple because that's still just an apple.
Yeah. You don't have to say day old something. You could just say it's an apple. It's
I mean, I
bread.
do. I mean, if I'm going to eat the food that you offer me, I do really appreciate you telling me how old it is.
Yeah, like the week old stuff. That's for Grub. You guys.
Yes, I'm just saying it's nice to have a choice. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. To know.
I meant like usually you don't say like a day. If it's a week old, then you go, hey, it's a week old slice of
Oh,
bread.
I get it. I can keep the secret,
Yeah.
pretend it's the good stuff.
We appreciate
I'm gonna-
it. Don't we, Elhorn?
Yes, definitely. I'm gonna take off a little bit off of that bread and just start munching on crunchy bread. And I'm gonna turn to Zelmith. I'm gonna regret saying that, aren't I?
Well, only time will tell.
Yeah. I swear, if I eat a week old piece of bread, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah, probably all the contents of your stomach.
Well, I'm going to turn to the team. The horses are prepped. Whenever everyone is ready, we can get going.
I step into the carriage first. How does it look?
Grub?
Definitely laid out like everything on the one bench that I wasn't sleeping on, like all the food, all my clothing stretched out. But like, I definitely get the vibe that that's not. I wasn't really expecting people to get in there yet, and that's
How
not-
dirty does the spot you slept in look?
That's the thing. If you've never bathed, right? Like, doesn't it eventually just kind of just rub off it? Like.
Like when you like rub your hands, like the friction takes the dirt off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, I've got like it.
It's fine. It's honestly fine. I just prestidigitation that whole side,
Yeah, just a little.
and I sit first. Like, or at least I prestidigitation like where I'm going to sit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will then start to prestidigitation. I said it almost 3 times.
Okay.
I'll do the rest. slowly. I'll leave his side of the carriage. I don't
No,
know.
I scrambled back in there, and I'm tucking it all back into my bag. Like, wasn't planning on leaving it that way. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You look like you making yourself at home, which is exactly what I asked you to do. So
Yeah, normally there's not so much like space. Usually it's like you make a little nest out of the clothes, you lean into that, and then the
if
food.
you want, you can have this carriage when we're done with it.
Ooh. Maybe.
Choice is yours. I just imagine you living in this place, and I really want that to happen.
Yeah,
He's
only
the first RV.
Yeah.
With
This is mobile home.
Yeah.
Oh boy. You gotta build like a
Yes,
little
it's horse at
pop-out
home.
section on it and stuff. Table folds down, it's a
on
bed.
with you.
Oh shit. This place is crazy.
Hey, Charlie, did you want to take the horses, as they say?
No.
Take the
Silas,
reins, I think is what they say. Oh,
Silas is sitting at the front already.
oh,
Silas is prepped and ready and at the front.
He's just he
Silas,
talks. He
oh,
doesn't
I'm
talk
so
very
sorry.
often. So
I'm just not used to him being so silent.
no, that's not true at all.
He's got his mind on the next kill. I get it.
You could always give him company.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna go.
I grabbed
great.
Elhorn. No, unnecessary. Sit down. That's also Brickley telling Peaches, "Don't make Pitts roleplay silent."
Oh, I won't.
Why?
It's okay. You don't have to worry about that. I won't.
Yeah, that was me virtually telling.
Get your bitch ass in here.
Get your bitch
Get in the
ass
car.
here.
I go into the
Yeah.
carriage and move some of Grub's stuff over and kind of clean the seat and sit down.
I've packed my stuff away now.
I will have cleaned the whole carriage over time. So
Snapping fingers, getting anti-goblin.
yeah, like you can dirty it as much as you want because I'm just gonna clean it the next day. So it's just basic magic. I don't have to worry.
Are you
about it.
telling him
What's
that?
the smell like in the carriage?
No, I'm not telling him that.
Grub, what's the smell like? How musty are we talking?
I can produce smells.
I have a smell in mind that I always imagine for goblins, but I don't know if it's well known
Rot?
enough to describe properly.
Rot is so. You had that teed up.
Yeah, you were ready.
We lived in different worlds. I don't really know that one. A really I guess musky. It's really musky with it smells like it's got a little bit of moisture to it, but
Yeah.
that's all.
Then I make it smell like fresh pine in here to try and use something that won't just mingle and be awful at the same time. I'm not gonna make it smell like cookies because then we're never gonna want to eat cookies again.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that you went with one of the best known car air freshener smells.
It was listen.
Just hangs it up,
There's
it's
a reason-
dangling there.
There's a reason why it works, folks. It was an accident, but happy.
All right.
Yeah, so it smells like camping in here right now, with all the smell of camping that comes with the musky parts too. So, because I can't get rid of it all.
Well, thank you for making space for me, Grub, and I hand him one of the treats.
And at this point, just so you guys know, Silas has started leading the horses on, so talking while you're gone.
What is it?
So just fried bread. It's tasty.
Do eat it now?
Sure.
Just take a little piece.
Okay, you gonna eat the whole thing?
No, just a little piece of the crust. Don't want to get poisoned.
You try a bite of it, and it's quite good. Fried bread never tastes bad. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. We'll tuck it away though. It's too fresh.
Still warm.
It needs
not
to be
good
a little
enough.
staler. It's
Could be a day or two.
there's no green on it yet, so
It's gonna be 4-day-old bread.
Got to develop a nice spice.
Your characters, man. Something about you and food.
Next time you have to play a chef just to get the opposite way or the opposite errand.
That's very funny.
Just play somebody who's like not like the poorest person you've ever met. You know, like just try the other end of life one day. It's just Jesus
I have to tell
Christ.
you, I'm trying the other end of that spectrum, and it has been fun so far.
Yeah.
Getting rich.
Next campaign, I'm just gonna be like the richest.
Yeah, you
most
got to be the
aristocratic
rich guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, first
He's
Jardine
gonna
got
be a
it,
kick.
Brickley got it. Now you got to be the rich one. You know. You make the hordes.
guy. Right? You son of a... Yeah, I tuck the nice bread away and just kind of get comfortable into the seats. You said it's a nice day too.
Yeah, there's like a nice calm breeze that's going on. Like it's kind of passing in. This carriage itself does actually have like windows that will like slide open if you have them open. If you do decide to open them, you do get a nice cross breeze that comes through. It's a fairly warm day. Like it's not overly hot. You know, at this point we're still in like kind of late spring, so you know the sun's not roasting you guys or anything. You're not wishing you had AC in that carriage, but it's comfortable. Nice fresh ride.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely standing like at the window then. If it's openable, like hands on the sill, like a cat basically, just stand right there between the two benches, just looking out. Maybe I'm tall enough. I'm not quite sure.
If you're well, it depends if you want to stand on the seat or not. So
No.
there are windows right beside the seat, so you can open those, and then, well, I mean, for you, yeah, you'd probably want to at least be on your knees to see it up and out the
Yeah.
window. And then there is like
No.
on the non-door side, there is a window that'll open. I don't know why I'm doing it like they're opening sideways. They're definitely opening up and down.
Yeah.
Or
Where
else
would
they
it
just
be?
they hit each other.
Comes inside, like okay.
I just because I can, I use that word. I'm not going to try again to
Prestidigitation. Yep.
Prestidigitation.
Attaboy. I knew you
To make just like gentle music, maybe like traveling music, like maybe nice like guitar almost on its own, maybe two guitars.
Sliding.
maybe something like this.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's not even
Oh,
banjo.
no.
Don't get to me.
Picking up.
Charlie's just like rocking out to the banjo.
I fucking love the banjo. Holy shit! How'd you know?
Next campaign, I'm playing a bard, and he only has a banjo.
I'll make sure to make a deep south area for you, buddy. Don't worry.
Perfect.
He plays two instruments: the banjo and the spoons,
Oh, and the jug.
and the jug. Yeah.
Oh,
The spoons are easily accessible. You know, you get captured by guards, they take away your loot, but they never touched your spoons.
We'll be a traveling band. That's how we all know each other.
That does sound fun. Just
Actually,
like
would be pretty
five bards in
Yeah.
a band. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Battle of the Bands. Oh my
Battle
god.
of the Bands. That's a one shot if I've ever heard one.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. All right,
Coming
someone
up.
write it down.
yeah. A marker on the deck.
Ugh.
So,
So,
have none of you been to Athlito before?
I'm sure I've been there before.
I've never even been here before. Or here.
Where are you from?
Or here.
Grub?
Or here.
Oh,
Where
far.
do you come from?
Far, far away.
Okay, would you like
Okay.
to elaborate?
The
Like
word
from the north?
thing. It's just what my people called it. Just the caves of Bogmarsh. Do you know where that is? It's not on the maps.
Do I know about the caves of Bogmarsh?
Go ahead and make a history check for me.
You got it, boss.
It does have a
History,
real
not
name,
bad.
but not what the goblins call it.
I don't want to brag, but I have proficiency in it, which I was very surprised about. Still got to roll good though. 12.
12? Nothing that you've heard of, no. You know of like some marshes, like on the
Do
continent.
I know what direction the marshes are?
You know that there's a couple to the like. There's none really in Jasel where you guys are now. There's some to the south, and then there's some to like the west, basically, like the western end of the continent. I mean.
I'm just gonna say, are you from the south or the west? Bro,
Yeah.
southwest, ish.
Ish. Yeah.
Okay.
Why were you in Torin?
Why not?
Yeah, that's where the monsters were.
Well, there are monsters everywhere.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, how did you get to being a monster hunter?
It's
Hmm.
trademark. We can't say that, but I'm just kidding. I'm just
A
kidding.
hunter of monsters. There you
Sorry.
The old Comcap is gonna get us.
go. Oh, is that what you work for?
Reddit canon.
Let's just say necessity.
Yeah, a lot of people have been falling on hard times. I don't blame you for taking up what you're good at.
Yeah.
You are quite good at hunting monsters. I mean, how long have you been doing it for?
On my own, I guess a couple of months now.
Oh, did you used to travel with another group, gang of your kind?
No.
Oh, so when you used to hunt with other people, it would just be for like contract work?
I never really got the chance to hunt with other people. I did.
Oh,
But
oh, so you're saying this occupation is quite new?
oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Putting the pieces of grub together. I'm just gonna kind of just leaning back, listening to the conversation. I'm just gonna be drawing in a notebook. And Charlie, I know you're a healer of sorts. What brings you? What brought you to Turin from Athleto?
Oh, a friend had asked me to come by. There were some injured children that she needed help with. And then I got wrapped up in the whole shadow dog thing.
Makes sense. And if you don't mind me asking, how did you go from a warrior to a healer? Seems a little off.
I I mentioned it to Silas yesterday. I grew up in a monastery, and the monks there taught me how to do both.
Are you still in contact with the monastery? You still
No,
live there in sorts?
no. It's been gone for a while.
And other than healing, do you have any other aspirations, any other particular goals?
No. Aside from living out what days I have left, I haven't thought too much about it. It's a job.
Well, I'm sure you have quite many years to go before you start thinking of, the opposite of living, I guess.
Death?
Dad? What is happening?
Yes, death. I mean, come on. I don't want to sour the mood.
What do you mean start thinking about it?
Humans don't live as long as most races.
Goblins even less so, if I'm gonna be honest.
Are you middle-aged at this point, Grub?
I don't know where the middle would be. We don't usually make it to the end.
It's a very fair statement.
Do you are your kind usually, or sorry, your clan usually in bad spots where you have to lie all the time, Grub? Like being a dwarf, for example.
Oh, I mean, yeah, people don't always take kindly to us. So.
That's
Yeah.
true. But hey, at least you're with us, at least for a while, and promise at least I won't kill you. Zelmith, on the other hand, might just get
What?
annoyed at you.
Are you saying I'm going to kill him?
No, I'm just
Why
saying
would
you might
kill him?
I'm just saying that he might just want to move on from you guys. It has happened in the past.
You've killed people in the past?
That's
Wait,
not
still
what I
me?
said.
Who
I
are you
did.
talking to, Charlie? Because you're just looking right
Insight
in between
check.
Elhorn and
I am concerned that they're
Go
talking
ahead
about
and make an
murdering people
insight
now.
check.
who is rolling against it though? I don't know yet.
My insight's pretty good. It's a 20.
Zelmith, you can roll. You can
Oh, it
either
is
roll
me.
deception, you can roll persuasion, you can roll just for the funsies and say whatever number.
I'll roll one of the two that I'm pretty good at. Oops, I don't need to do that. But you know what I'm trying to roll now. 27.
It's hard to read. Hard to read.
I would never. Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I really didn't mean it that way. It just meant like we would
This is one of those
separate.
things where you like ask somebody to kill for you.
Me?
You have been throwing money around.
Being rich doesn't mean I want someone dead.
Your brother just said, "You're gonna kill me."
I just
Yeah. Yeah, he's an idiot. He was
Yeah.
making a very bad joke.
It's not really a joke.
No, I agree. It was terrible.
guys.
Dagger comes out,
I
This is
just
classic
on
Elhorn
fire.
mentality.
and I'm just holding it out towards Zelda as it starts to burn, and I do have to hurt myself. Just give me a second.
Sorry, what? Are you fighting me?
2 damage. Ow. I just hold my dagger out.
What are you doing?
Wait, did you actually light it
blame
up?
Yeah.
You're going to burn the carriage. Put that out.
I'm just so you know, if it comes to it,
Grub,
I'm ready.
Grub.
It's fine. I'm not
I
going
didn't
to
mean
try
it
and
that
kill
way.
you.
I honestly
I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm not much of a fighter. So if a fight started, likely you'd kill me.
That is true.
That-
Okay.
I
But
do
the knife
notice. That's very true.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Thank
Also,
you.
stop burning yourself all willy-nilly.
What? This?
Why?
I just kind of like pat out the flames. It's all part of it.
You see the bandage you had on before, like that started to burn through again, and yeah.
I mean, it makes him look wicked.
Right?
So
Have I
don't
seen
agree.
your burn scars yet? I
Yeah,
don't think I would have said that if I knew that.
you have.
Yeah. You've all seen. If you're talking about Charlie, you've all seen Charlie without the mask on.
Well, now I feel like an ass. I forgot. My bad.
Sword. Mine don't actually scar. It's just it's a quick little singe. It's not so bad.
It's like cauterizing the wound and wounding yourself at the same time.
Yeah. It's that.
do you injure yourself every time you take out your weapon?
Every time.
That
It feels
kind
like
of
a lot.
seems
Yeah.
counterintuitive.
Do you? Wait. Why are you injuring yourself? Is that how you make the fire?
the fire hurts. Yeah.
Do you always want it to be on fire when you pull it out?
When I'm using it, it's like, why wouldn't I want it to be on
No,
fire?
I didn't ask when you're using it. I asked when you pulled it out. Do you want
Oh,
it to
no,
be on
I-
fire?
I have to will it into flames.
You have to.
Yeah, like I pull it out. It's fine.
Okay.
So it's
I
for
just
sure.
didn't want it. I thought every time you pulled it out, it was on fire, which meant you were hurting yourself, and I was very concerned.
No. It's I choose it.
We should stop talking about fire.
Just sit lower in my seat.
Is anyone thirsty? Speaking of the opposite of fire.
Mhm.
I have a bottle of wine, I'm sure, underneath.
Oh yeah. You see Joffrey, I'm assuming,
Yes, of course. Don't be ridiculous.
does pull out a nice fresh unopened bottle of a fine aged red wine.
I'm not even going to ask Silas if he wants to drink, because he seems to be one of those clean eating freaks.
Ugh.
But would anyone like a glass of wine? It's expensive.
I'm okay. Thank you.
You said I'd get used to it, so I'll try.
Oh, right. We have to find you some hot liquor.
Hot liquor.
You know what? There is hot liquor. Have you heard of a hot toddy?
Nope.
Nope. You're about to try one when we get to a city.
I can make it now, if that's okay. I looked at Charlie and I slowly pulled the trigger.
I just I can do it for you, and I just warm up your drink. I can use prestidigitation to also warm up drinks and make them more flavorful.
Now,
You
as
don't
a
need to
non-
damage yourself every time you want to have a drink.
Yes.
Where's the fun in that?
If you want, I mean, who am I to say? Mulled wine is usually drunk
Kinda warm.
so
Yeah.
I can make it like almost hot. That's about as warm as I can get it.
Nice.
It's like the right temperature you'd want to drink coffee.
Yeah. It's like a
Unless
nice
you're one of
comfy-
those weirdos who likes to burn your mouth as you're drinking coffee.
Oh.
I think one of those are in chat, but that's okay.
Hey man, more power to you, but I don't get it. I hate my mouth being burned. It ruins my whole day.
That's the only time I don't drink coffee. Like piping hot, no thank you. Right under that until ice cold from being on my desk all day. All of that's fine. I'll sip it for 8 hours.
I'm somewhere between lukewarm and iced coffee. Anyways, here's your warm wine.
Yeah. I'm holding it close more than drinking it. Like, that's comfy.
Yeah, I'll just like it can stay warm for up to an hour. The spell that I use. So
I want that in real life. That's great.
yeah,
I
that
wouldn't-
would be great. I could also chill drinks the same way.
I use this time to eat the other piece of Bannock myself.
Okay. Is it delicious?
It is.
Not a boy.
And I'll gain my temporary hit points.
All right.
Yeah, I know what you have, and I know why you're being greedy. Jardine is being greedy to me.
I didn't know what it was, so I wasn't sure if it was like regular healing, maybe.
No. You get 2 temporary hit points for 8 hours.
I actually don't think we did healing rolls for the sleep that night.
We just get a long rest, so you just
Yeah.
click the long rest button,
Yeah.
and you're good.
Most people haven't been damaging themselves constantly.
Oh right, yeah. So I'm full
Yeah. Yeah. Most people don't light themselves on fire slightly every time
I think I've been hit.
they want to
once
make a
this
point.
campaign.
So
I don't think I've been hit once this campaign yet.
This arrow strikes through the carriage.
Yeah.
It's you on the side of the head.
it's a punching bite. It's one of the punching glove arrows, though.
Oh yeah, it's like
He's just asleep.
slow motion.
Taking that.
All right. So yeah, you guys continue on your journey for the day. As you're going, you see some other people going the other way. You come across a couple travelers. There are some guards that are on the road as well, just patrolling as they were. You see they're mainly on horseback. You don't really see anybody on foot. That's part of the guards, at least. Just a few travelers. You see at one point you'll see like a couple with like a horse and a cart that looks to have some wares that they're transporting from one town to another, mainly like crops and things like that. And at one point, you do see sort of like a caravan of what you would assume are like trade goods or something. It does have like, it's fairly heavily guarded. You do see, Charlie, you would recognize guards from Athelito who are escorting this. There's 4 carts in total, which are all covered, and they seem to like, anybody who wants to take a look closer, make a perception check for me.
You got it, dude.
What were we looking at? It's guards with carts.
Yeah, the caravan.
Yeah, I would definitely
1-8.
be interested in that. Perception. Whoop.
You're muted, Brickley.
20 from me.
Once again, 15.
So anybody with 15 or higher, you would see that you can see like the actual, I guess cart's the best word, wagons, whatever. They're fully boxed in. You can see that there's a padlock on the back door of each one of them, and there are no windows at all on these. They're all being horse drawn. You can see guards are leading the horses, And then each cart seems to have another 2 guards that are on either side of it, escorting it down. Charlie, you would recognize this as most likely being some of the goods that have been imported from other continents, being transported down throughout the rest of the, down through kind of the rest of the trade route, basically. You would know, especially that Athleto is like the major importer. That's how they make the bulk of their money. They kind of have two major, for lack of a better word, businesses where they make all their coin to operate their city. One is through like tourism and travel, and the other is through import-export because they're the most accessible port. That's the easiest to get to. Core, you would know this, Zelmith and Elhorn. Core does, and technically Silas. Core does have a fairly large port itself, though it doesn't see as much business because it's down to the south of the continent, which is where it gets a lot colder. Waters are a little bit rougher, so people don't tend to make the journey all the way down there for their goods, unless they're actually owned and operated by one of the various houses within Core itself. But yeah, you see they ride by, and you know they're wary and they're keeping an eye on the road and kind of on the horizons as well. But they do seem friendly enough, and they all kind of give you curt nods as you go past. And, other than that, for most of the day, it's fairly uneventful. You can see as you're getting towards the end of the day, you can see some clouds rolling in. Potentially might look like it's either going to be overcast or rainy tomorrow. You're not quite sure. But as it gets into the afternoon and the evening, the sun does start to get a little bit more covered, and the skies go a little bit grayer for you.
We are about a day or so away, so should be able to get there tomorrow, hopefully.
Stop for the night.
Yeah. Take a break, get out of the carriage, stretch your legs.
Yeah, I need to go for a little bit of a walk.
Don't go too
As
far
nice as
now.
this kid. Oh, of course. What else am I gonna do out here? There's nothing to see, nothing to do.
Just saying we shouldn't split up.
Oh, don't worry, brother. You know I always come back.
He's dead.
Go for a walk.
Joffrey, can you
Meaner.
start the tent, please?
Seen or heard from again.
So Silas pulls the carriage over, and he starts setting up his own camp. And Zelmith, you have Joffrey start to offload some of your things to set up your more extravagant camping arrangements as they are.
Yes. It's a 6-person tent for just me. It can fit everybody, but it's just.
Elhorn, so you decide to go for a bit of a walk. Grub, I think you might have said that you were joining. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got to get some food, so
Okay.
looking for any local wildlife if possible.
Sure. Go ahead and make a wilderness check. Survival? God, I feel like I keep pulling from through the breach every
We'll
single time.
survive.
Yeah, make a wilder survival check for me.
You guys did make a lot of wilderness checks.
That's not what I'm
That's
trying
hard,
to
so.
go away. Remove. Are these mine?
He rolled a 2, huh?
No, it didn't move from. There we go.
No, that wasn't mine. That was some other person.
Before.
Yeah.
All right, 7 total.
7 total.
I rolled a 3 on the d20, and a 2 on the d4. Not much better.
That's the big numbers. Yeah, so you kind of go out and look to see if you can find some food, maybe some rabbit or anything like that. Potentially deer, though you don't really see them out this way too much. Not a lot of forest for them. Fortunately, you're just not able to. You're trying to look for like game trails even or something. Just something to show you that they even live out here. And I'm familiar with the area. You're not able to come across anything, unfortunately.
Oh, do you see any little critters?
Oh, you're with me. Can I do a roll to see if I can see little critters?
Sure, you can make a survival check as well if you like.
Sure. Uh, 11 total.
11 total. you think that you a couple times come across what looks to have been some kind of like previous footprints or the way the grass is lying. Like you're not too outdoorsy, as it were. So as you're kind of going around and thinking that you're finding, oh, the grass is matted down in a certain way, something was probably here. You keep thinking that you're finding trails to pick up and find your way towards food, but you come up empty-handed.
Sorry, Grub. I haven't had to do this in a very long time.
Doesn't seem to be a lot out here. What were you looking for? Like a squirrel or bird or something?
Yes. And I just kind of like turn away from him.
Yeah, it must have spooked him. That'll happen.
Yeah. Yeah, probably the cart and all the horses and noises probably didn't help.
Yep. Yep.
But you must be pretty good at this. I mean, you do it all the time, right?
Oh yeah, if I see him, I get him. But yeah, sometimes you don't see him.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll be in town less than a day, so we can have your day-old food. I think I have some rations back in the cart, so even if it's a pretty trashy meal tonight, it'll be all right.
All right.
Charlie and Zelmuth, what are you guys doing at the camp?
Cooking.
Drinking.
I'm making Monte Carlo sandwiches for everybody.
Ooh.
Because I've got some bread, I've got
Yeah.
some like meats, and I've got some cheese. Just fry them up.
I have a glass of red in my mage hand, and I am just playing some nice, gentle music to accompany Charlie's cooking.
Very nice. After a while, and while you're probably about halfway through cooking the food for everybody, Charlie, you do see Grub and Elhorn return, looking a little disappointed. But as soon as they see you cooking, their disappointment seems to fade.
Just coming, kind of like doing stretches. Like, yeah, it's good to move around.
Yes.
Do you want dinner now?
Oh, it's fine. I got the other one, and I will eat that bread.
The one that he gave you?
At least, yeah. I don't think I can eat a portion of it, right? It's not how it works.
No, they only last for 8 hours, so eat the whole thing. You sure you don't want this? As I offer him the grilled sandwich.
I take it.
Eat it, Grub. Don't save it for later.
It smells very good. But it's
All
fresh.
right.
Does it smell very good for a goblin, though?
Yeah.
I'm just
It might
just
be
like-
too fresh.
I'm just staring at Grub just to see his reaction.
We're gonna find the
Generally
weirdest
speaking,
cheeses in Alfredo for him.
It's got melted cheese and some ham in there.
I'll touch.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah,
It's all touching, yes.
I didn't know you were 4. My bad.
Hey, Charlie, come on, be nice. This is new for him, so
You eat the rat. Then you have the bread.
Did you
I
say
definitely
bread?
thought you said rat the first time.
First you eat the rat, and then you eat the bread. You don't.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that we did hear you correctly. That's all.
But Grub, I mean, sometimes combining two things just make things so much better.
Does
You
it,
know-
though?
Well, think about this. Your plain weapon, it's just bleh, But when you add fire to it, there's a whole show. Same with food.
mouth doesn't like it.
I mean, don't put the fire blade in your mouth and we won't have a problem.
I mean the same.
Oh, well. Sorry, Charlie.
I
I
give
tried.
Zelmuth and Elhorn theirs.
Yeah, I devour it. It is so delicious.
Yeah.
Charlie, you're a magician. I know you don't really do magic, but oh my, I just
Is that like bologna and cheese? Is that what that is? I don't know what a Monte Carlo sandwich is.
No, it's ham. It's a grilled cheese with meat in it. It's basically.
Oh,
it's a
the milk.
gourmet meat
Yeah.
grilled cheese.
You know when your parents were really treating you to a lunch, and they put some ham on that bad boy. Woo.
Alright, well, anybody who does eat the sandwich and takes a short rest can gain some extra hit points.
You should eat Charlie's cooking, is what we're getting at here.
He'll learn
Charlie,
eventually.
this is Charlie, this is wonderful. Thank you.
It was delicious.
You're welcome.
Have you always been a cook?
Well, if I don't cook, I don't eat. I don't have a servant.
No,
His name is Joffrey,
I-
so don't be rude.
I know, but in the monastery, were you the one that cooked for everybody?
Oh,
Or-
well, yeah, it's part of the chores.
Oh, okay. Well,
You seem to
the
enjoy
years
it.
of training has really done wonders.
Thank you.
Well, it's we've had quite a few meals, Zelmith and I, different towns and all manners of chefs and cooks, and I must say, Charlie, yours is up there for sure, and we really appreciate it.
Yes, I agree with him.
Well,
It's very eating at home. That home cooked meal vibe is delicious. Very good.
I'm glad I could show some hospitality.
Yes, some hospitality. Sorry, that was Malcolm. That was not.
Well, it is getting quite late. I think we should camp out for the evening. I'll take first watch just to make sure everything is good and safe, and the rest of you can go get some sleep if you wish.
Okay.
All right.
You
Mm.
can wake one of us up so you can get some sleep as well.
Oh, of course. And I'm gonna climb on top of the wagon and just kind of have Lucy to my side and just kind of chill.
Brother, I did want to speak to you. Are you going to make me climb the carriage?
I mean, I did all this effort.
You didn't really answer my question.
No, I'll come down. And I hop down. I'm gonna get better at that.
I mean, if you had pushed, I might have actually tried this time. First things first, please don't wake me up for a shift. You know I need my 8 hours.
I
second
wouldn't
off-
think of it.
You know?
But I just wanted to ask what you thought about the group. We hadn't really had a chance to talk since you and I, since the old notebook and dead person and weird monsters thing.
I think they're all right. Silas is Silas. We'll see how that goes. I mean,
I've been fighting the urge to make him do push-ups for about 3 days now.
it shows. I can see your growing frustration. But Grub is also Grub. I mean,
I
he's,
like Grub. Grub is. I know exactly what Grub is about the second he opens his mouth. Even when he doesn't, really. He's an open book, and I am a big fan of that.
that is.
I mean,
true.
as open as someone can be.
That
Grub
is
is
true.
snoring
Yes.
now. You could hear him.
Having a nightmare in the carriage. Kicking.
I think.
Anyways, I just wanted to check in. I'm really tired, so I apologize that I started this conversation and now I'm ending it abruptly. But you know what I said before. I need my 8 hours, so clock's ticking. Enjoy the watch.
Oh, I definitely will. I'm gonna climb up the wagon. Just take a deep breath. Let the day wash off my shoulders. And I'm just gonna keep drawing in my little notebook. Talk to Lucy, just to myself, technically, and then see if there's anything happening.
Yeah, you can make a perception check if you like.
Of course. That is a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry. I should ask. Oh wait, no, never mind. You're fine. Yeah, so with a 10, you don't notice anything in the shadows. So
Okay.
you're probably fine.
Okay. The caravans are not coming. Like we haven't seen the caravans pass us.
Well, they
Ones
passed
from
you a while
earlier?
back, like throughout the day, like probably around midday.
Oh, okay.
They had like
Okay,
just
okay.
that one caravan, which you assumed was full of like trade goods or something to that degree, had gone towards
Okay.
Torin, and that was it.
Okay. If nothing happens during my shift, I'll go wake up Grub.
Yep, no problem.
Hey, Grub. Okay. Hold it. You can put the knife back. It's your turn for watch.
Okay. I'll just go get my stuff together, all of it, and bring it out with me,
Like the whole
Yeah.
bag and everything.
and then scramble up to the roof where he was. Someone made that sound really cool the other day.
I'm gonna sleep closer to the fire just to get some warmth.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it for me.
Perfect. Yeah, Grub, you it takes a little, a couple jumps, just to kind of get the handles that you need to get yourself up there. But you're able to get up onto the top, and I mean, the first thing that kind of strikes you is this is a perspective you never get. Like, you can see the tops of things, like of the people. That's just not something you're
Kind of
used
like
to.
pop out a little bit, like all right.
But it's beautiful. Like well, from what? Oh no, sorry, you do have night vision, don't you, or dark vision?
My special eyes.
Yeah. So although the moon itself is covered, because of the gray skies, and you can see that the skies do seem to be a little darker than you had seen them earlier, though it's kind of hard to tell exactly by how much, with the fact that it's nighttime. But you can hear the wind slightly. I'm sorry?
Would I be able to like check if that's maybe a storm or something?
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Perception. There's no weather check. Come on.
I know. It's the bullshit.
19.
19. You think it might. As you're sitting there and the breeze, it's like there is a breeze itself that's kind of blowing across, and you start to get that like faint wet smell in the air. You know what I mean? Like you're thinking it might. It doesn't smell like a storm or anything. Like you've done a lot of camping outdoors. It's pretty easy for you to kind of tell that sort of thing. But you might see some rain tomorrow. But for now, you feel like you're safe, and you'll probably get through the night without getting wet. Whoever's on last watch might see some of it, but it won't be you.
Okay. I'll just scan the perimeter, make sure nothing's coming up on us on the path or from any potential forestry around us.
Yeah, and while you're up there, you don't see anybody. Like no one's traveling the road at this time or anything. Not from what you can see. You do see in the distance, back the way you would come, you can see some like very, very faint light sources. They're not moving closer to you by any means. They seem to be moving further away. But you can see that somebody out there is moving at this time, but they're moving away from you. So.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, eventually it comes time.
I'm just saying I don't have anything to do during the time.
Yep. Yeah, no problem. And then if there's anybody, I don't know who you want to wake up for your last watch, you can either wake Charlie or Silas. Up to you.
Yeah, I'll go and I'll find Charlie and I just give him a kick with their feet with my feet. Hi.
What? What's wrong?
You want to do a watch?
Sure. That's fine.
Great.
You can wake me up gentler.
Sorry. I'm strong.
Yes, I
These
know.
40-year-old bones.
My foot is numb.
I'll use half strength first.
Thank you. I put my stuff together. I don't bother putting the mask back on because it's nighttime. I can barely see anyway.
Yep.
I do grab a torch though.
Okay. And are you going up to
And-
the top of the wagon as well, or sorry, top of the carriage? Or are you just gonna hang
No.
out by the campfire?
It's not gonna be weird. I'm just gonna hang out by the campfire.
All right, no problem.
If I do walk around, I take the torch with me.
Outer clothes. I
Hmm?
slip into the carriage.
All right. Yeah, then Charlie, you can go ahead and make a perception check for me.
16?
16. Yeah, you can see lights in the distance moving away down the road. So if somebody you had passed during the day looks like they're still traveling from what you can see. There are several lights. So it could have been potentially some of the farmers that you saw or the caravan itself, you're not sure. But the rest of the night passes without issue. You can also, with that roll, you'd be able to smell the potential precipitation on the air. And right as it starts becoming lighter outside and you can get a better look at the clouds, you feel like you're definitely in for some rain today. And
Do I feel like that's gonna slow us down enough we won't make it to Atholito?
it depends on how much it rains, to be honest. Yeah, you think it might, but if you guys keep pace and as long as the roads don't get too like muddy and mucky, you'll probably still make it there on time.
Okay. Well, when I start noticing that it's starting to rain, I go around and wake everybody up. We might as well get started since the weather's only gonna get worse.
Start gathering my things.
I'm knocking on Zelmith's tent. He's not Zelmith. Zelmith.
I'm gonna come over to Charlie. I got this. I'm gonna open his tent, and I'm just gonna whisper to Lucy. Just make a ruckus. I'm just gonna put Lucy in there.
Sweet Christmas! Oh my goodness! Sweet solstice!
From anybody
Lucy just
anybody at the outside of the tent, you just like you hear rustling and then you start to see like parts of the tent like bulge up and move and stuff like that, and you can hear like things falling over inside. You weren't aware there was anything inside that could fall over, but you see like Zemeth at one point just ends up coming out and he's just like he's still kind of disheveled. He hasn't like put himself together and he looks none too happy that he's been waking up early. Or
Cast vicious mockery on Lucy.
On Lucy.
Oh no, not Lucy!
What is Lucy anyway?
That's familiar.
It's a barn owl.
yeah.
An owl. Okay.
An owl, yeah.
And what does that do? Would you like to describe what you do to Lucy?
I just basically scream, Lucy, you bitch. And that's
That's
vicious mockery. And Lucy has to make a wisdom saving throw because I'm not kidding. Because this isn't the first time Elhorn has done this.
Yeah.
Of course. Okay, let me roll for Lucy. Damn it, that's a 3.
Yeah, she'll take some damage.
So she's gonna get what? And what's just to double check the HP there, Peaches? I'm assuming it's 1.
It's usually a
D4.
D4.
Give
So
me-
it might not
give me
kill
one
her because I
second.
rolled a 2.
It says 1 HP, 1 hit point.
Well, you see well, if you'd like to describe what it looks like when you do cast your vicious mockery.
Yeah, I basically say like, Lucy, you bitch, and you just see like there's like a reverberation that comes out, and that wave sort of just crushes.
Yeah. And you guys just see
Not
a
into
puff-
feathers, into like magic.
you do see a puff of like purplish smoke, and Lucy is just gone. And Elhorn, you know that you're gonna have to at some point spend some time to bring her back if you want to.
Yeah. And all Zelmith hears is just me laughing. Ah, fuck. That never gets old. And I'm just gonna pat Charlie on the back. Thank you. I needed that one. And I'm just gonna walk to the car.
Is that what you meant by he kills things?
Yeah, kinda. It's a long story.
Let's push open the
Also,
carriage
and
door.
as I'm walking to the carriage, I'm just gonna be like, also, it's not what I meant.
All right. If I could get somebody to roll another d10 for me, please. I think Zelmith, you're up on that.
Yeah.
See if this ring gets worse, stays the same, or
That's a
gets
1,
better.
baby.
A 1?
Yeah.
All right.
We're getting attacked for sure.
I
So-
mean, I intentionally put my charts in random spots so I don't.
Exactly.
anyone
I
off.
use a randomizer just in
Yeah.
case, right?
Yeah.
No, but seriously, you guys are gonna. Anyway,
I
so
hope so.
you guys, you
So
guys,
I can hurt. Sorry, go ahead.
that's okay. You guys do begin your travel. Silas once again takes the reins in the rain. But you guys pack up all your stuff, and as you begin to travel, the rain for a little while does seem to get worse. You know, you end up closing the windows most of the way so it doesn't get into the carriage too much. But at one point it does kind of open up. It's not a thunderstorm. It's just one of those like really heavy rains that last for like a short period of time. It slows you down a bit, but not by too much by any means. And soon it just kind of goes back to being a nice light drizzle.
I'm gonna spend an hour to bring Lucy back.
Okay.
Still makes me laugh. So I'm just gonna be sitting kind of in the back of the cart,
Mhm.
just kind of dangling my legs and doing that.
You're doing it in the rain, sorry?
No, I'm still in the cart,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, just my legs are dangling. I'll probably get hit a little bit by the rain, but it doesn't bother me.
Gotcha. This is a carriage, you know that, right? There's no, like, there's like seats on
Just
either
the
side.
door
There's no
open.
back of the car.
Yeah,
where your
there's
feet
no
get to
back
dangle.
door
Oh,
like a
that's
bus.
right.
Yeah, you're in a
You got
carriage.
bench
right.
seating. You're facing
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm okay.
Sitting in the doorway.
I'm just in the corner of it.
Like, sit
I'm
the side
getting
of
my
the-
carriages mixed up.
Yeah.
I got.
He did go on the roof of a cart though. Earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's working with 4-dimensional space.
So, do you usually kill birds? I'm looking at Zelmith.
I mean, it's a real bird, but it's not really a bird.
What is it really?
It's a fey creature that can't really die. I just pushed it to the fey realm, I suppose. And
Can you eat those?
No,
Could I eat those? Maybe.
no. They just when you hit them a little hard, they just turn to dust, I suppose, or some form of weird magic.
Hmm.
And then Elhornas's men are now bringing him back, or her back, excuse me. But I don't like Lucy. Her eyes are too knowing. I don't like it.
Sounds like guilt.
No, it really isn't. I'm telling you, if you look into her eyes, she can see the universe. I'm telling you.
She does have an uncanny ability
It's very
to
odd.
piss Elle off. And I just
Well, when you bring her back, then I want to see that.
All right, be
Sure.
careful. I'm not kidding.
I must warn you, Grubb. Lucy does have a mind of her own. So if she doesn't like you, it's not because of one of us. It's just because Lucy doesn't like you.
She hates me. Feelings mutual.
Yeah, from day one.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah, you killed her, so yeah. I
yeah.
get-
I mean, she's not dead. She's just not here right now.
Yeah, not alive or anything.
She's not dead either.
Well,
Well,
So about an hour goes by. And Elhorn
well.
does finish his.
Yeah.
Does
And
finish
then I
his
just
casting.
kind of like
Yeah.
take off my top hat, and then Lucy kind of like sticks her head out, and then I'll take her out of the hat, pass her to Grub. And,
How big is it?
It's an
Yeah.
owl. Well, I guess for you it's
It's-
kind of big, but
yeah, it's kind of big.
Kind of
It's,
intimidating.
yeah, and it's just kind of looking at you. I'm gonna roll a d6 just to see. We'll see if 1 to 3 she likes you, 4 to 6 she hates you.
it's a 50-50. Hey? I was gonna have one.
Hey, it's a 1, so she likes you.
Oh, you put good on the down. Okay,
Yeah.
good. I need that.
Yeah. And then Lucy just kind of like nuzzles up to you, goes, ooh, and then I'll be like, hey, she likes you.
Yes,
And then,
she's warming up to you so she can, devour her prey.
and then she like turns her head like 180, looks on you.
Yes, on this one. I don't think she'll eat me. If I give her a squish, is she warm? Is she meaty?
Surprisingly light. First of all, for the size of it, you'd expected it to be heavier. You haven't held many owls before.
Yeah, hard to catch.
Yeah, but very, very, very light. By the size, you'd say not really meaty. It's really throwing you off how light this creature is, and quiet, except for when spinning the head around to look at Zelmuth and kind of squawking, like not loudly to disturb everybody, but enough like if an owl could growl, you would imagine that's what it would sound like. It's like,
Yeah. And
I make a fart smell in her face
Oh,
because I can do that with
It's just a-
prestidigitation.
you see at
Instead
one
of
point
Grub's
Lucy's
face.
just like spins her head all the way around to try to get away. It's just like,
I'm gonna take Lucy back and just put her under my hat.
Good night for now, Lucy.
One day she's gonna claw your eyes out.
Well, it'll be your fault.
Hey,
You
I'm
keep
happy to
summoning
do
Lucy.
this. That is true, but come on, it's so funny that she hates you. I find it hilarious.
I know you've been telling
likes
me for
me.
years how funny it is. Still don't see it yet, but you keep trying, I guess.
So, Charlie, I lead quite well. What does this library kind of look like? I know a lot of libraries in different towns have stricter rules than others. What can we expect?
I have
With
no
this one.
idea.
Not much of a reader. I am
Yes,
not either.
that.
Not really in the part of town where I live.
Oh.
That's a smart choice.
I have nothing against books, but
Well, you're avoiding them though.
no.
It's the right move. Books are bad business. That's all I gotta say.
I mean,
Do
I
you
don't
know
think
how
they
to
really
read,
are.
Grub?
They're really not.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me? No. No.
It's just
You,
not-
you don't want to be the first goblin from your tribe that could read?
Definitely not.
I feel like you would be the black sheep of the goblin family, tribe. Sorry, I'm not familiar with what a group of goblins are called.
Yeah, they're called
A
goblins.
gaggle.
They would. Yeah, they wouldn't keep
Those are
you around,
geese,
I should
right?
say that.
Oh, my bad.
I'm
how
confused.
is how is your hierarchy in your clan? Where do you kind of fit in the totem pole, as they say?
Used to be near the middle, I guess. Now I'm slightly above the middle.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay. Do you see yourself going back to your clan?
Upper management, I like it.
Yeah.
Insight check.
go ahead and make an insight check. And Grub, feel free to make a deception check or just roll a dice and say a number that comes with it. Totally up to you. If you're not lying, don't lie and not roll a deception check.
I rolled an 18 for insight.
Checking his backstory.
No, I don't think I'm actually lying here.
You can just tell them straight up. That's fine. It's up to you.
Yeah, I
If
just
you
want
wanna
I just
throw 'em
wanted you
off,
to
you
tell
can.
me if you're lying
Yeah.
or not. Do you roll well? I don't know what you rolled.
No, I got a 13, but you asked.
Are you
Yeah,
ever-
I think I'm going back to. Yeah, I think I'm going back. I mean, that's your feeling is that I'm telling the truth.
Oh, okay.
Well,
What about you
Hey.
two? Why did your father send you off?
Contacts mostly.
yeah, pretty easy. He kind of look at Zelmuth. He has a personality. Let's say.
Our father.
Yes.
Yes, that is. You think I have a personality? Just imagine me, just more cold and
Kills
heartless
more
and
people.
frigid, and definitely has killed people. Maybe not the original way. No, I've never killed. I mean, maybe I guess technically I've killed some birds, but the
Bird.
same bird over and over again. So something like that. I've only killed one bird.
Well, all right.
But I think Charlie had said, like, you don't kill anyone, but you've definitely got someone to kill someone for you. That's definitely my father. There's no way that hasn't happened. I mean, I can't prove it. No one can prove it. But
Is he not gonna care that you guys aren't heading back?
I mean, we're gonna get some. I'm gonna have to head back or figure out how to get the mail over here. Gonna have to talk to. I keep forgetting the name of that lovely
What, Bryson Sons?
Bryson Sons. I'm just gonna see if they can just ship that over here, because I'll get more information from my father about where he wants us to go next than what. Usually Bryson Sons is how we communicate, or he sends someone. That doesn't work.
Yeah. We're just honestly just traveling the country, saying hi to neighboring cities, making sure that they aren't trying to rebel, I guess. Oh, look at Zelmuth. That pretty much sums it up, no?
I mean, now it's a little on the nose, but I guess. I
Rebel?
suppose. Yeah, like that band. No, I'm
Dude.
just kidding.
Do I know if they somehow are like the rulers of this continent?
Go ahead and make a history check for me.
Besides,
Like, we
did
just
what we
been
needed
around
to do.
royalty the whole time and never realized it. History, that's a 17.
17. So you would have heard of the name Peacebreaker at some point. You don't go down to core too often, but at least like the small bits you would have picked up just from like hearsay and news from people traveling, and word gets around, although the story kind of gets jumbled up a bunch along the way, broken telephone styles. You would know that in core there used to be some there was kind of like infighting between a lot of the large houses that were there. And you would know that the story goes that the Peacebreaker family had kind of put an end to all of that and stopped all the warring and the fighting. And they don't run the continent or anything like that, and they don't run the nation. But you know that they're pretty high up in the chain, as far as you know.
Okay. It's kind of ironic, though.
What's that one?
You're going around to see if other places are rebellious and Peacebreaker.
Yes, it is ironic. Rebel is kind of a strong word. We're mostly just used to gather information or like we were in Torin to just sort of make contact with Emmett Marshall. Emmett's the father,
Yeah,
right? Emmett.
Correct. Yep.
My father is interested in ruins as well, and that was an opportunity to at least let my father know where the ruins are. So I mostly just gather information, and sometimes he needs me to gather specific information, and so I do that. It's mostly just to get out of the house, because my
You
father.
guys, Do you have other siblings?
Yes. Like 9 of them, including myself.
Kind of a small family.
Kind of a small family, yeah.
Small family.
Yeah.
I'm an only child.
Mm. I mean, it is a large family for Cole, but it's not unusual for people to have like 5 to 7 children, really.
Wait, how many siblings do you have, Grub?
There would have been, I guess, 38, maybe.
All right, you win.
38 grubs. I could never.
I'm
I
sure
could
they
not
went all
imagine.
named Grub.
What
No.
were all their names?
There was Love and Dub and Shrub.
Was anyone named
Oh, yeah.
Schlub?
Shrub with a T.
Ah,
Damn. What are your siblings all doing? Are they still with the clan? Do you even call it a clan? What do you call it? Family?
What do you call it?
Tribe?
Yeah, I guess it's a tribe.
Perfect.
good. That's what I wrote in my notes. So,
What happened to your siblings, Charlie? You said you're only one left?
I was the only one.
Yeah, all the others are coming.
No. There are no others. There never were.
Just one? The whole time?
just
Okay. Weird.
I just imagine in Grubb's head like Elhorn and Zelmuth are like, oh, so they had 2 kids instead of 7. But it's just unfathomable for him to think like one, just one. But like, they all died. So
You
that's
can't
why
do
he's
anything
the
with
one.
one. It's like a hunting party of 1. That's not a thing. A raiding band of 1. That's okay. You're dead. So
My
You're
parents
dead.
were farmers.
farming of 1, that's you can't even like. What are you gonna both carry back a pumpkin and then the next day you go and get the other one?
That's oddly specific, Grub.
You do realize I'm 3 times your size.
Okay, maybe you can carry 2 pumpkins. That's it.
Does your tribe go and pick pumpkins all the time?
If we find them, that's great.
Okay. That's
Does
oddly
your
specific.
tribe have a name?
No. Just we're goblins,
Were there other goblin tribes around your tribe
Oh, yeah.
area?
There
And
was some of them, yeah.
did you work with them?
Oh, remember the raiding party and the hunting party?
So
you were
but there are no goblin tribes that work together. You all just fight each other.
Sometimes we'll work together, but then we become one tribe, and that's pretty rare. But if mostly it's not friendly, but sometimes they'll raid, like we'll raid them, and then we'll live there now, and they'll be part of our raid, our tribe, and everything.
Hmm.
But that's yeah. I've been far from that for some time.
Well, I'm glad you're with us, Grub. I mean, you do. It's nice to be away from that. Always thinking about surviving, and it must not be a wonderful life at times. I can imagine.
Oh, definitely not.
Well, you got to try wine. You got to try a sandwich
Mhm.
for the first time. It seems like. What else can we show him? And I'm just kind of like thinking. I'm sure at Lido we'll have so many things that you can try. It's gonna blow your mind, and I think it's gonna be wonderful.
Yes, we need to let him try whiskey because it's kind of close to his What was the drink that you? Grug?
Grok.
Grok. Close.
Yeah, I'll try all the drinks. We'll just, we'll stay away from birds. By the way, Charlie, you may not want to be wearing that mask around Zell there. So
No,
you might try and get
it's just one bird.
for now, anyway.
No, I don't have a taste
Warning.
for it. I just have a taste for one particular bird.
You don't have a taste for it.
I didn't
He's-
even put 2 to 2 together with the math, and now I can only imagine it just.
Charlie's giving Zelnith like the side eye.
Whatever. I'm not going to do. Whatever. You could beat me up too, so I don't know what this argument is about right now.
And as you're all traveling, you do see in the distance, or at least Silas calls out to you, and for those of you that go look to the windows, you see in front of you as the sun's starting to come down in the sky, you can see long gray walls signaling the city of Atholito. And as you approach, we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Oh yeah.
So
we do those, don't we?
for anybody, we do those, and I got to go to the bathroom, mighty fierce. So for anybody who doesn't know, we do take a 10-minute break partway through our stream. Just a heads up, we run ads, so just watch your volume levels. You might want to just lower it down for a bit, or crank it. I guess Jardy wants you to go deaf. That's cool. But I'll put a timer up. We'll be back in about 10 minutes time, and we'll pick it up as the group enters the capital city of Atholito.
Which will definitely go smoothly.
I mean, it's perfect.
so.
You'll be fine. What are you worried about?
Oh.
Excellent. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll be back shortly.
BRB.
And we're back. Hello, everybody.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there.
Oh, you doing a
Oh,
Blues
I
Clues
saw them
thing?
the whole time.
Yeah, is that what that's from? I can't remember.
I think so. Thank you,
One of
Brickley.
those things.
Brickley knows. He's in tune with the kids, you know?
He's a youth.
He's dope. He's lit. He's yeet.
He's quite yeet.
Dad.
Yes, true. Dad. There you go. You have to commit more? Oh, it's quick.
Yeah.
Squidward, is that you?
The power dab.
Oh my god. It's Squidward. I know him.
Thanks, I hate it.
All right. So, picking up where we left off, the group had spent the last couple days traveling and learning a little bit about each other. And as the rain itself has calmed down from where it was previous in the day, you do find yourself approaching, for what would be for Charlie at least, the familiar walls of Atholito. So, as you approach, like I said, you can see these large gray stone walls that stretch and looks like go around the actual outskirts of the city. From what you can see, this is Grub. This is absolutely the largest city you've ever seen. Zelmith and Elhorn, this actually does look to be larger than Kor itself. And as you ride up, you can see, like, even over the walls, you can see some of the larger buildings. You can see there's different peaks for what you would probably guess would be churches and things like that. And you can see that they do have the gates open, and it looks like they're having people. You can see people both coming and going as it stands right now. You know, you see what look to be merchants leaving the city and traveling on for the. Excuse me, sorry. Like traveling to go deliver their wares elsewhere.
I'm like looking out the window, seeing big city, lots of guards. I reach into my pack and start getting all the things. I get these little like tufts of animal furs and stick them up under my clothes and get the fake beard and smack it onto the face. And
Really
Bro, yeah, don't.
maybe you never know, you know. And I get the hood up and pull it down so it just there's a little bushy beard sticking out under it, and that's about it.
You didn't really fool anybody before. We just went along since the only name we knew you by was Drub.
It's a dwarf because I'm a dwarf.
Sorry.
So,
You're not. Dwarves
Yeah.
are
Can I-
stocky.
Just guys, while we're here,
Can
I'm
I
a
do?
dwarf.
Can I do some sort of roll just to see if like it's a good enough disguise and if I can like help him fix his mustache or something? make it
I
fit-
wouldn't ask you to do that. I would ask Grub to make a performance check.
Oh, that's a
Alright.
good one.
But with the advantage because he's giving him pointers, I think is what he meant.
No, he needs to see how it looks currently and then see if he feels like he needs to fix it.
Literally 0.
Oh,
And
It
this is
wasn't-
how
it
it's
wasn't that
always
one.
looked. It's never
Minus
looked
one.
any different.
So
I will say I am covered. There's no green, but I am quite obviously not a dwarf.
yeah, Elhorn, like when you look at him, you can see like, you know, he stuffed some like animal furs and stuff up to try to make himself look fuller, but what he really looks is like lopsided. Like you can tell like you know when like a shoplifter tries to take something that's too big? Like you can see like, you know, the left pec is gigantic and the right one is almost like concave somehow.
yeah.
Like the way his like clothes are like sitting on him, it doesn't look good. Like he's got gloves on, sure. You can still see like the green of his face, even though he's trying to hide it with straw. Like the straw's not spread out evenly. He's kind of got like really full beard in the middle, and at the sides, it just kind of is like sticking out in weird spots. Like none of it looks good.
Is it looking right? Am I good? Quick, quiz me. Ask me stuff about rocks. I got it.
Rob, you look terrible. You
Uh,
look diseased.
Elwin.
You're all,
Alhorn, be nice. Oh my goodness.
no, I'm just.
I think he is.
I'm just.
No,
look at him.
you're just a little lopsided.
That's what I mean.
I'm in a rush, guys.
All right, we'll take your time. We don't have to leave the carriage right now.
Jesus.
I'm gonna try to shift all that weight evenly, like around his body. Make sure his like little stash is correct.
All right, so you're gonna help him. Grub, you can make another performance check, this time with advantage.
Please fail both.
Well, the first one. Okay. Yeah, 18 on the best
18.
roll.
So Elhorn, you're really able to like tenderly move the pieces that need to be moving without it being weird. Spread everything out. You fix the beard up so it actually does kind of look like a legitimate beard. Like, and it looks like a well-groomed beard. Like he's put work into this thing. You know what I mean? It's not just like a scraggly like. He's like a good-looking dwarf. You know what I'm saying? A little too small, so he looks like a good dwarven child, but it's much better than what he had done originally, and you absolutely fix it up for him.
That's better. And dwarf. This time, don't tell anybody you're a dwarf. That just sounds really weird.
I'm just like selling it, you know. It's like, oh, look at him. No.
He can't get off mute fast enough.
If you have to sell it, Dwarf, it's too late.
Yeah.
That's
You know-
interesting. That's interesting. I never thought about it like that. They should just buy it. Like, no questions. Okay.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Here's what I would help with. It doesn't really matter what other people think. You just have to be so confident that you're a dwarf. You don't need to let anybody know you're a dwarf. You don't even care if anyone thinks you're a dwarf or not because you know you're a dwarf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I just came back from mining.
Exactly. I know. You're a dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
I look over to
Also-
Zelmith and Elhorn. It's like, they're not going to care.
I'm going to do most of the talking. It's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna cast message on Charlie and just say, I know. It's just to give dwarf or grub. And now you can just hear me confusing myself. Fuck. It's just to give him confidence.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't message somatic or verbal? Sorry.
He can
Yeah.
whisper it though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Make a
just
stealth
to-
check for me.
We're like 3 feet from each other.
Yeah. It's like you're really-
I know.
Talking into your collar, but
I'm just gonna have like my
He's got
art
like the
book up.
He's doing this like he's Secret Service. Like don't worry, nobody knows what I'm doing. Like this is fine.
fingers in his ear.
14 total.
14 total. Grub and Zelmith, what are your passive perceptions?
12.
Cool beans. So you kind of you don't catch all of it perfectly, but you kind of get the gist of what he's saying.
Well, I thought he got better than
My
you.
passive
I thought he got
perception
12
is
as well.
Yeah, 14.
14.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, my passive perception is 13.
Okay. Yeah. So you got it sounds like maybe he's mumbling to himself about something, like quietly off in the corner. It's nothing like
Kind of weird.
that's kind of weird.
That's right. My passive perception 16. I heard him perfectly fine without the message.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I don't know
two
that.
voices.
I don't know you.
You know when you like if you're on the phone with somebody and then you walk into the same room as them and you hear it twice and there's like a slight
Double?
delay. Yeah. That's what you're getting right now. Like, it's just like stop, hang up or something. This is whatever you're doing. Don't
I
do
look
that.
over to Grub and give him a strong thumbs up.
Just like this, like padded arm sleeve with a big glove on it comes right back with a thumbs up.
Nice. Yeah. So you guys end up riding up and approaching the gate. They're not actually like stopping to check anybody or anything that's coming in. The gates are wide open. There are guards there, and they're
Still
taking a look.
tuck.
But
Like tuck in, head down.
I wave at the guards.
one of them does in fact wave back. Looks like a friendly chat.
What's wrong?
Just keep it easy.
I live here.
I don't at all.
You could.
Nope.
Dwarb, you're excuse me, Dwarb, you're coming back from the mines. We're just giving you a ride.
Right. I lost my pickaxe.
Don't worry, I told you I'd buy you a new one.
He's buying me a new one. Okay. Yep.
I offered Dwarf my crowbar for now.
Yeah, I'll take it. It looks like a pickaxe to me, I guess.
Never seen a pickaxe this big
Yeah,
in his life.
never done that.
For all he knows,
practice
it's thieves' tools because it's the only thing we've had that's opened doors.
True.
Shots were in fact fired tonight.
Yes, they were. Fun fact: we have a rope in the party. Can you guess who it is?
It's like those TikToks. Like, can you? Or do you know who's singing right now? There's like 10 of them. Can you guess? Just like that. Who's the rogue?
Oh god.
So you guys enter the city. Where would you like to head?
Oh, what time is it?
It's
Is it
in the
evening?
evening at this point. Yeah. Late afternoon. Late afternoon, early evening.
Okay.
Have you all
Well,
an idea of where you want to stay? You're welcome to stay at my place.
I look at Zelmith. I know where to go.
What?
Can I
Where?
roll to see if there's a? Can I roll to see if I remember a tavern or a place to stay? You know what? I was trying to choose my words carefully.
No,
okay?
it's
And
funny
someone
'cause
just-
it looks like you had an inner dialogue.
Okay, I
and then
know
you
where
were
to go.
confused that we
Hey,
didn't understand you.
I did have a
Go.
monologue, and I was saying to myself, "You're panicking right now. Chill out."
I know exactly where to go. He, in
Have we-
fact, did not know where to go.
Where have we been here before, and what is the most expensive tavern / inn we've stayed in? I think is what he was thinking.
Right. I honestly don't know if you would have been up this way recently.
Okay.
If you're like, cause so if mainly the reason you've been traveling is for like, building relationships, especially around like history and ruins. There's not a lot up this way. Like Turin is kind of a weird outlier. There's definitely been more discoveries made either towards like in the mountains where the dwarves are, like to the west, or down in like what's the third one? Luscana, like down in the southwest area of the continent. That's more where there have been roads. Up this way, there's nothing that you've ever heard of having been discovered.
Okay.
What you would know, just as a reminder, so Atholito is run by the Iris Board, which is a board of about 7 members, who basically govern like the land, the city. Each member, actually, make a history check for me,
Okay. I will do so.
for either you or Zelmith, or knowing Zelmith, he'll give you the help action, then you can make the roll, unless he wants to.
Or I can roll it with advantage because
Yeah, you
I'm
do that.
pretty well versed. Don't look at
History
me like
card,
that. I am. Oh yeah. Thank you for the emphasis. 22.
22. So you would know that of the board members, there's one that's like kind of voted by. Okay, so there's 6 main board members who will handle one different part of the city / nation. So for example, there's one that will handle all of the trade and the imports and exports, and then there's going to be another one that handles like all the guards. There's one that handles like the actual like preservation and like sort of beautification of the city. Sorry, I should say the beautification of the city, because as you enter and you see, there are a lot of like plants, trees, flowers. Like it is a very beautiful looking city. A lot of that you would know just from your history of researching Atholito and having been here before, is because they do have a large tourism business, right? So they do make a lot of money that way. So they do try to make it look as good as possible, at least for the areas that they would expect tourists to go. And all those 6 members vote a 7th member, who basically is the leader, because there needs to be somebody, because it's an even number of people, who can veto or vote one side or another, or basically make decisions happen. of the actual places you may know, give me one sec here. So, having been here previously, you would have probably been mainly staying in the Machiavello district, which is like the more high end. That's where all like the lords live and everything like that, which is to the west side of the city itself. Potentially at some point, if you'd kind of walked around, you would have gone down towards the Ankama district, which is where the harbor is, and potentially looked at their import-export business. The rest of that area tends to be more like warehousing, manufacturing, distribution centers, that kind of thing. For locations on where to stay, give me one sec. More than likely, you would have stayed at the Righteous Bell, which is in that Machiavello district. Generally speaking, it's a fairly expensive place. This is like, if you're ever going to save up and go on like the best vacation you could ever take yourself on, this is where you would go.
Or just, want a room. Because, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll pay it. It's fine. What's it called? Something's Bell?
The Righteous Bell.
Righteous Bell.
Yeah.
It's on brand for Zell not to know what it's called.
Yes.
Have I heard of this place before?
You would know of the Righteous Bell. You don't spend a lot of time in that district, but it's probably one of, if not the most popular, like, inn that exists in Athalita.
I mean, I appreciate your hospitality, but I was going to stay at the Righteous Bell, which is a pretty nice place, and I'm willing to
It's
pay.
a very nice place.
Yes, if anyone wants to stay there, I'm willing to pay for them. That's no issue. That means you, Grub, if you'd like, and Cyrus, I suppose you too. That's fine.
What's their dwarf policy?
I will give them enough money where it doesn't matter what kind of creature you are policy.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. And you can try that whiskey that Zell's been mentioning.
And
think
indoors for realsies.
I think we all deserve a break from those travels. Let's head over to the Righteous Bell.
Okay.
Perfect. This is the
That what
music.
it
That
sounded
timing was
Yeah.
actually incredible. Well done.
Zelma's just
Yeah.
playing on his lute.
Let's go.
Yeah, I do also offer for you if you just want to come hang out, or if you want a room and then you can decide when you get there. If you change your mind and want to go home, it's up to you.
I'll join you all for the evening, but I do think I'll go to my home afterwards.
No, that makes
Understandable.
complete sense. There's nothing quite like being home.
I lean into Charlie and safe move, to be honest, and just kind of look at Zilness.
You're welcome to stay. There's an extra bedroom.
Well, I'm not a bird, so I'm not too worried about it, but
Even Winston thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Look at his face.
You're gonna die because you're a bird. Sweet mohawk too, by the way. Just gotta point that out there real quick.
oh yeah,
Solid.
it's coming in nicely there.
Yeah. All right.
Does the Righteous Bell have a place to hold animals, or would that be somewhere else, like a stable?
So they do have a stable themselves, but even based off your previous trips, they are very accommodating, especially if you have money. So if you're willing to pay for it, you feel confident they'll figure it out.
Okay.
They got valet. They have carriage valet if you need it. No big. They have they have top tier clients.
Yeah, I'll let you hold on to the ballet ticket this time, okay?
Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
I'm sorry,
yeah.
he's very distracting.
That's okay. Yeah, so you end up riding in through the city. The main streets themselves are very wide, and the Righteous Bell itself is on a main street. And as you kind of wind your way through, kind of following a familiar path, not really needing to stop and ask for directions. Anytime you kind of are unsure where to go, Charlie's able to guide you in the right way. But eventually you come up to this like extremely large, like spotless white building. Like it's bright in the well, unfortunately the sun's down at this time, but you'd know from previously, like when the sun hits it, like it almost seems to glow. You can see that there's this like extremely well treated and stained wood that like lines all of the windows. The roof itself is peaked with this this like big A-frame. There's like a little like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a canopy that comes out, and as you pull your carriage into it, you do end up being underneath the canopy. So whatever light rain is still going on doesn't get you wet at all, and you know somebody opens the carriage door for you and welcomes you to the Righteous Bell, and immediately, especially seeing Zelmuth and the way he's dressed, you can tell that they seem to think that at least somebody from here is very important, and they begin to unload bags and everything without even being asked. They just start taking stuff out of the back,
Nice.
and they start ushering you inside. And
Good evening. Hello.
hello, welcome to the Righteous Bell. Please, if you'd like to make your way inside, do you already have a reservation?
No, we don't have a reservation, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure we'll be able to find a room for you, sir.
A
wait
few
this way.
rooms.
Absolutely, sir. We will accommodate you the best that we can. Please, right this way. And they lead all of you inside. And as you walk in, like the kid doesn't like it, but that's okay. The carpets themselves are like everything is clean. Grub, this is all kind of a really odd and strange experience for you. This place is spotless, where there's not this like almost regal red carpet lining the floors. It's like marbled stone underneath, and there's no mud, there's no grass stains, there's no dirt, there's no dust, there's nothing. Like you're not sure how they're able to keep something this clean. You've never really experienced something like this before.
Yeah. I'm almost like tiptoeing, like somehow I don't want to even touch the ground.
Yeah.
Feel bad about it.
You see a large chandelier is in the inside that's all bright and lit by what seems to be arcane means. It's not candlelight, but there's nothing else to supply the light itself. No matter where you are, it feels like there's almost a quartet band playing like just in front or just behind you. No matter where you go, you can hear this music, though you don't see anybody around that's actually playing it at all. And it all just has like a very sophisticated feel. As you walk in, you can see that there's a few people who seem to work at the inn itself, and they have these plates with glasses of champagne on them, and they offer it to you as you walk in.
I'm definitely gonna grab one.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not going to be rude.
I grab one of my mage hand. Rob, would you like me to warm it up for you?
Let me try it as is first. Kind of like try and put stuff in a way that I could free a hand to put the crowbar like leaning a little bit.
I just grabbed the crowbar so we could try to drink because this is ridiculous.
And
You're
then,
just two-handing the crowbar the whole time walking.
and my stuff I always hold like slung over a shoulder.
So so
crowbar
you
in
didn't
one.
you didn't let them grab your bags for you?
Oh no.
All right. You seem that they were a little confused by that when that happened, but at the
It's
end,
like, oh, sorry, I just gestured to the crowbar and doesn't. Yeah, you know, can't have it. Sorry.
oh, sorry, you just can't have it. I love it. I love it.
I kind of like put up an arm so I can drink it by lifting up some of the beard hairs without people seeing. And try
Yeah, it takes
out.
a little finagling to do, but you're able to get it in there, and it's delicious for champagne. I don't know if Grub's a champagne drinker.
Yeah. He's warming up to it. Sugar is a whole new world to him.
That's true.
So,
That is
Did you
true.
say warm it up?
maybe it'll help.
No problem. So yeah, so you guys end up making your way to the front desk. You can see that there's they have a few different desks where they seem to be checking people in. You can see there's a couple in front of you who you would potentially assume is like royalty, like the way that they're dressed. You see the male, it's a human couple. The male is in this like extremely fine, like nearly a tuxedo look, and he has a top hat that Elhorn makes you quite jealous, tucked under his arm, and he's resting on a like a cane or a walking stick of some kind. And you see the woman that he's with has this like long, flowing, elegant dress that reaches out like a good 2 feet behind her, like the train of the dress itself. And you immediately, for most of you, you start to feel a little underdressed for this place. But
What? Being in traveling clothes for 3 days? Underdressed? Come on now.
I know it's crazy, but this is how it is.
They wear evening wear literally every moment of every day. It's ridiculous. I know these people.
You see that one of the
Insight check.
make an insight check. Winston doesn't like your calling him a liar, by the way.
Natural one.
Natural one. You know, he knows a lot of people.
Natural
He seems to be...
20.
Ooh!
49.
Did you know?
Bish, you believe everything he says.
I'm astounded he knew this couple that showed up randomly in front of us.
Yeah.
Well, we should go say hello then. And I tapped the gentleman on the shoulder.
Oh, shit.
You see, he kind of starts a little bit and turns around and he says, "Oh, yes. Hello, may I help you?"
Oh, hello. I thought you'd like to notice that your friend Zelmith Peacemaker Breaker is behind you.
Ah, Mr. Peacebreaker. I believe we met at that at the gala
Of course. What
like,
other gala would we meet at?
a year ago. Is that right? I believe I do remember you. We had drinks, we had laughs. It's fine to see you. And he reaches out a hand to shake yours.
Yeah. Yes, I reach in and shake his hands. Like, of course, yes. How's your mother?
Oh, mother's fine. You know this is my wife. In case you have forgotten, we're doing quite well. How is your father doing?
He's an asshole like always.
Oh, you know, those peace breakers. What a bunch of characters. Pardon?
I'm just
Oh, it's my. Sorry, I think my room's ready. I have to. I'm sorry about this business.
Right.
You know how it is.
No, I get it's business. I know.
And you see, he turns and looks fairly confused as he makes his escape from this conversation he wasn't expecting.
I'm gonna like nudge Grub and be like, rich people. Just
I didn't understand any of that.
to be honest, me either.
I told you that I knew him.
I'm sorry for doubting you.
Well, mistake number one, doubting me.
Um,
That's all I have.
And you see, he's really just turned back to finish talking with getting like checked into to the inn. But you can see behind the counter there's a green dragonborn who's in like this very fine tailored suit. You can tell it's similar to the outfit that a lot of the other people that work here are wearing. It's like this this sort of a red suit with like a white undershirt, and they have like almost like a bow tie situation going on. But this one seems a little bit more formal, like a step above that. And Zelmith and Elhorn, make a history check with disadvantage. Yeah.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Or just one of us?
Yeah, both of you. I almost don't want to let Zelmith even make this roll, to be honest.
18 total for me.
18?
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
Okay. Well, good, because that's 100% on brand. So, Elhorn, you would recognize this is Vokod, who you had met here previously. They own the place. Zelmith, you don't remember that name, which again, is pretty on brand for you. And you see Vokad is behind the table and says, sorry, I can help you over here if you like.
Ah, yes, thank you. Me and my friends are looking to get 4 rooms? 4 rooms, Charlie? 3 rooms, Charlie?
No,
3 rooms.
3.
3 rooms? I can certainly help with that. How long would you be staying for?
Oh, I don't know. A few days, maybe.
Shall we say 3 days then?
Okay, well, give me a moment. Let me ask my friends.
Sure. Certainly.
How many days would you like?
3 days is fine. I don't see us being that long.
All right, for 3 days, please.
3 days? For the 3 rooms in total, that would be 45 gold.
45 gold, no problem. I give him 55 gold, little winky. I don't know who this is. I assume it's just a regular front desk person. Tipping the owner feels real bad, but he doesn't know.
Says, thank you. I believe Zelmith and Elhorn, if I remember correctly from the last visit you had.
Yes, I am not going to lie. Your face looks familiar.
My
Were
name.
you the valet before?
No, my name is Vokad. I own the establishment.
Oh God, I am so sorry. I am
It's okay.
horrible with names. I
It's
really am. I apologize.
no problem at all, Mr. Peacebreaker. Thank you for coming back, and thank you very much for your hospitality as always. I will have somebody come down to take your bags up to your rooms. Would you all need a key for your individual rooms? Are some of you bunking up? I see there's 5 of you, but you only need 3 rooms.
Oh shit! I forgot about Silas.
I
Oh,
go over to Vokad. Say, is it
Yes.
possible to have my bags delivered to my home? And I write down my address.
Certainly, absolutely. You see, Vokad doesn't seem too upset about it, considering the tip that he just got. So he's
Thank you.
Silas, do you want a room? No. Okay, you'll
Oh,
stay
he's-
with
sure. I don't give a shit. Go for it.
We'll
I'll
stay with
pay
the
for- I'll pay
horses.
for another room.
Makes sense. Sleep
It'll
in
be
the
another
carriage.
15 gold then. Just so you know.
So 70 gold.
Yeah,
Including-
if you're doing the tip, yeah. So thank you very much. Here are all of your individual keys. You will be on the 6th floor. You have rooms 605 through 609. 605 through 608. I'm not good at counting. My mistake.
And he's not good
No,
at
you can
names.
count. Well, don't count yourself.
I don't do the front desk thing very much, but we're having a busy night. As you can see, there is a line actually forming behind you. So if we can,
I
we can-
just had one quick question.
Certainly, yes.
The gentleman and the lady that were over there, and I point to the group that I'm supposed to know.
Yes.
I know it's a little odd, but they look familiar, but their name is escaping me. As I told you, I'm terrible with names. Could you remind me what their names are?
I haven't. I would have to check the list, but I can't really divulge that.
I put 4
information.
gold on the table. I would really like that as quickly as possible, if that's possible.
I've been asked to not divulge names.
10 more
of-
gold on the table. Really? Are you sure?
I will have the names sent up to your room. I'm not going to divulge them here, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
I will have somebody deliver a letter to you soon, sir. Thank you.
You're the best.
Takes the
84
14 gold.
Almost got through 10 platinum.
Yeah, close. Says
Charlie's just making a mental note of how many children's lives could have been saved with that gold.
How many times have you asked
this
for
is
money?
Schindler's
You can
List. Oh
change-
my god.
Change children's lives, save children's lives, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm rich.
I don't know. I'm rich.
I'm going to take my key
Mhm.
and I'll just turn to the group. I will meet you at the
Bar?
bar. I was going to say bar, but that's not what it's called. Whatever that establishment is.
The tap
tavern?
room.
Tap room? Is that what they call it back in those days? Things attached.
I mean,
to
there's a
hotel.
bar in here. If that's what you're talking about. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're after.
It's the room where they usually tap.
Yeah, but it's not
kegs of
really
ale.
called a bar. Well, it's called a bar for us, but what is it really called?
Ye old bar. Who gives
Ye
a
old
shit?
bar,
Ye
yeah.
old
This is
bar.
a
Okay.
fucking D&D. Call whatever the fuck I want. Who cares?
Okay. I will meet you. I'll meet you at the bar in a few minutes. I'm just going to freshen up. And I'm gonna walk to my room.
Okay. Yeah, and if the rest of you'd like to go to your rooms, you're more than welcome to.
Yes,
I'll follow them up.
I guess I go straight to the bar then.
Okay.
I'm just going to drop our stuff off. And we'll be right down.
No problem.
Okay. So for the rest of you, you all head up to the rooms themselves. Zelmuth and Elhorn, you walk into rooms that are even fairly nice by your standards. Though you've been nicer places. Generally when staying with like other wealthy families and that sort of thing. Grub, my guy, you walk in.
What
I feel
room
like
is
I'm
mine?
explaining this to Dune all over again. You walk in to what is the most extravagant room you've probably ever seen. You can see there's a bed that could probably fit you and all 38 of your siblings.
Wow.
The carpet themselves is like that, like not quite a shag rug, but there's enough like cushion on it that's like super soft to walk on. You can see there's like large, what we would assume would be like an antique wooden wardrobes. There's desks, chairs. There's a seating area. There's a very large bathroom. You have like another room off to the side that is just more seating outside of what already existed in this room. You've got a heck of a suite up here.
What was the room number again?
Well, it depends on which one you took. You guys have 604 through 608. So take whatever one you want.
Do we have 4 rooms? Oh, Silas get one? He's
Yeah.
not stuck with the horses. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll
get
take.
608.
No, I'm getting 608.
Okay, I will take 604.
You guys trade
Just
keys.
so I remember.
I forgot how timid Elhorn is when I ask for something. I'm like, oh wow, I forgot how easy that was sometimes.
I just point to, I guess, 606 and be like, which one's that? And get my paper out.
Is there a room that's at the end of the hall? Is that 608?
No. You guys have like a
It's like kind of in the middle.
you guys don't have a corner room.
Do we see him struggling to find the room?
Well, he did just ask you what's that and
Yeah,
point
what's
to
that?
it.
Oh,
So-
I just use prestidigitation and I just make a marking. It just looks like a green circle. Like, that's your room.
But when other people ask, I have to tell them.
Oh, 606.
All right, I mark it down on my map that is also my journal, apparently, and everything.
Do you want me to take the circle off? Will you be able to find it? That was really
Yeah, I don't want them to get me. Just start
Okay.
rubbing at it.
Take the circle. No, I just use magic to take the circle off.
Okay.
He
Just
thinks
trying to
you're
wipe
rubbing
it off. No.
I just, yeah, it looks like he rubbed it off. I'll use the magic to do that.
Yeah, he did.
Inside, I think he goes through a whole routine, like a literal kid in a candy store.
Yeah.
Get on that carpet, like it's so soft, I fall to my knees, lay down for a little bit, roll over a little bit, play with all the drawers, take one thing from my bag, put in every single drawer in the wardrobe, just one thing, run around, sit on all the different chairs. Within like a few minutes, it's just like I've touched everything. And then I come back out in the hallway and wait.
Nice. Done with Elhorn, anything you guys need to do in your rooms, or are you guys heading down to the bar?
No, I'm going to stay in my room just for a bit longer.
Okay.
I'll just change into evening attire and then head downstairs.
I'll follow Zelmuth then.
Well, how do you like your room?
It's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. That's
Right.
wow. I don't even. The floor, really good.
Did you try the carpet?
It's very good.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of animal that comes off, but
I'm gonna be honest, me neither.
I gotta find it. You know.
I think it's made, but
Is it made?
shut up. How do I keep falling into that trap?
It's a joke that only we understand.
Shit.
Anyways,
It's me.
we should get you downstairs to try some whiskey.
Yep.
Pretend I didn't say that at all.
Yeah. I left my bag because it's now empty.
Yep.
But I do have the crowbar.
Do you
Gotta
want
keep up
me to buy
appearances.
you a pickaxe? Do you want me to buy you one?
Oh no. Well,
It's not a pickaxe.
Maybe.
You know that, right?
why not?
Also, I was just thinking, do you want a real dwarf like disguise? Because we could buy you one of those too.
Are you guys having this conversation in the hall?
I think
Yeah.
we're walking into the bar.
Okay, as you're walking down, perfect.
Yeah.
Crossing people on the stairs and whatever.
Do you mean like you have like an empty dwarf?
No, I mean like we'll get you some makeup so that you can, if you want to adjust the color of your stuff like that, or like the beard. Like, we
Okay.
can get you a pickaxe and we can get you clothes that might make you look more like a dwarf.
Okay. Not like a wolf pelt situation.
No, we are not
Okay.
going to skin a dwarf and then put it on you.
Because I was worried because you said it was only birds, but now you're talking about dwarfs, so
No, I've never skinned a bird either. If it helps.
just crush them into
Just
like
crush
magic
'em.
puffs. Okay.
And the magic puffs, yeah. You get me. I'm telling you. You're the only one.
As long as it's not an empty dwarf. Fuck. I'll take it.
Empty Dwarf is going to be the name of my heavy metal band.
It's a rock band, by the way.
Oh,
I want to play rock.
yeah, me too. Anyways, we go down and I order a whiskey.
All right.
2 whiskeys.
Yeah, you see a bartender who's behind the bar just immediately pours 2 whiskeys for you. And shots or glasses? What are you after here?
I mean,
It's all the
I've
same.
tried.
Actually, they ask you.
I've
They say,
tried-
"Sorry, would you like a glass of whiskey or would you like a shot?"
I mean, you. Sorry.
Oh, bless you, sir.
He's allergic to questions. Sorry, you have to respond to me.
Yes.
I would never take turns. Absolutely not. That would be a disaster.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry, I forgot the name. Gruck? It was Gruck, right?
Grok. Oh, they won't have
No, I know they won't have it, but it's much stronger than anything they have here, likely.
Oh, yeah.
So just 2 glasses.
2 glasses?
Do you want yours hot or cold?
I'm sorry, what?
I wasn't asking you.
My apologies.
Hot. Yeah, why not? Let's go hot.
Yes. You could just make it hot, please. Thank you.
We don't
Just
generally
take-
do that. I don't have. There's no fire back here, sir. I guess I can ask the kitchen to heat it up. Is that what you're looking for?
3 gold on the table. Yes, please.
All right. Takes the gold and he kind of just like takes like the whole bottle. So trying to figure out how to. All right, and walks back into the kitchen and says,
It might take a little longer
It'll-
because of the request, but get it.
I just pull a paper out of my cloak there, and it's like, if you want, I can go get the knife, and I can do it myself.
No. It's okay.
All right.
The great thing about places like here is that once you pay for a room, they'll do. I wouldn't say anything, but if you need something done, usually they can help you with it or guide you in the right direction.
Okay.
So if you need anything, you just come down and you ask anyone who's at the front desk. Be reasonable. Don't ask for like 1,000,000 gold or something ridiculous like that. They can only give you the necessities.
Okay.
But yeah, try the room service. It's crazy.
Okay. What's that?
Room service is where you ask for something and they bring it to your room.
Okay. Yep.
kind of comes out like holding 2 glasses, and they're like, you can
I
see
think
he's,
you
like,
want them both
uncomfortable.
hot.
Apologies for that.
It's fine. It's fine. And I can have mine. and you can give him his popcorn.
Excellent. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I apologize for getting upset. It was
It's okay.
rude of me, considering I just used prestidigitation to cool my drink down.
I got the gloves, so I'm fine. I just scan the
Yeah,
room.
you can see
Charlie?
like the steam coming off of it too. Like it's
Oh,
been like
yeah.
they might have let it get to a boil. You're not really sure.
You gotta get it to a boil.
Maybe you wait for it to cool down a bit before you.
I'm, kind of experienced with this kind of thing. So,
Yeah, I cool it down just ever so gently with
Just in
prestidigitation, just in case.
like, hungrily already going for it.
I'm gonna, as they're having their drinks, I'll
Cheers.
come down.
To you being a dwarf.
To dwarfs.
To dwarfs.
Look around the room, make sure everyone's buying it.
So as you look around, you do actually notice that Charlie is already here, sitting at a table, like kind of back in the corner, just drinking a beer or at least nursing a beer by herself.
Nice.
Charlie.
I'll start waddling over.
Oh, I guess we're going over there. I grab both of our drinks because I imagine he forgot it. And follow Dwarb.
Let's plop down next to Charlie. What you got? What are you drinking?
Oh, ale. And
Oh,
you'll see that this isn't the only glass that's been there. It's already like got a bit of a flush going on.
We've been gone for 10 minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
I
Efficient.
think I have a new friend.
Yeah, at this time I'll probably be coming over to the table. Oh, you guys already started the party without me. And I'm gonna wave
Just a little.
somebody down.
Yeah, and somebody does come over and says, "Can I get you anything?"
Yes. Can you grab us a bottle of wine? And is anybody else hungry?
Oh, yes, I would like some food. Yes, please.
Yeah, one food, please.
Certainly.
Yes.
Are we going to charge this to a room or
608, please.
608? Will do. Absolutely. Thank you. I'll have some food and more drinks brought out. Is there anything specific? I know you asked
Whiskey
for
and wine.
Whiskey and wine? Would you like a bottle of both?
Yes, please.
Will do. Thank you very much. She hurries off, and before long, you're all brought out this like very exquisite meal. Probably more food than you would need, but you can see there's like very large swaths of like beef and pork. There's some vegetables that have been cooked and steamed. There's like asparagus. There's like fried tomatoes. There's like a whole spread of different food available. It smells delicious. The beef is like the perfect amount of like medium rare. You see there's like various sauces that are laid out before you, and then a full bottle of whiskey and a full bottle of wine hit the table.
Nice. This is really interesting. This is a good idea. Heating up the vegetables like that? Never thought of it.
So drooly.
This is good.
Yeah.
You've never
Makes them easier to
cooked
chew.
food before?
Oh, we cooked the other stuff. It keeps longer, but I don't know. You ever just put an apple on a fire? Nothing happens. It's not great.
I mean, if you stick it directly into the fire, that's not going to taste good.
Yeah, I know. But they're here. They've done it great here.
From past cooking experiments, you should put them in not in the fire, just above the fire, maybe on a pan or something. Cover it up for a few minutes. It'll taste wonderfully, right, Charlie?
I think doing a whole apple is weird.
I was talking about vegetables per se, not apples. I think apples are just better, just kind of as they are.
Yeah. It's not great. They don't even really gain anything, like Like when the meat gets hot, it gets kind of crispy. It gets like a nice little flavor, and then when an apple gets hot, it just kind of gets wetter. Or, yeah, it's not. Can't recommend it.
Well, Grub, who used to cook your meals when you lived at the tribe?
Yeah, I cooked my own meals.
Okay. Did anybody ever teach you other than cooking meats and apparently apples?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you'll learn a thing or two while traveling with us. Maybe your meals from here on out are going to taste wonderfully.
I hope so.
How was the hot whiskey?
Oh, it's great. Just empty glass.
Oh, I grabbed the whiskey bottle,
Yep.
pour it in, and heat it up as much as I can. But unless you prefer to try it cool now,
Maybe the next one. Just
Okay.
instant down that one.
pour him another. Make that one chilled.
Bit of more of a slouch in the chair now.
I
Bet
really
down
like
a
this
cold
group.
one.
Elhorn, these people are more fun than you are.
Apparently. Look over to Silas. Is he like just
I mean,
pouting?
most.
Silas is still drinking wine, having
Okay,
food,
okay.
really sticking to the proteins that are on the table, though not neglecting the good vegetables
Yeah,
Okay.
the leafy greens.
either. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't touch the
Well,
carbs though.
Does
Not a-
not touch
not a
the
drop of
carbs, not even a little bit.
Well, at least we found individuals that can keep up with us. That's nice. Well,
Well,
most of us.
yes,
Grub over there looks like he's
comfortable.
yeah.
Yep.
Should we go over the plan for what's happening while we're here?
Yeah, let's do that because I have no idea what we're doing.
I figured we'd get this out of the way now and then we get drunk.
I
One of
will
you
point
can
out that a
read.
couple of you are already probably pretty close to being on the way to drunk.
But we're
Oh,
not
yeah.
there yet.
Specifically,
God.
Charlie and Grub.
I'm racing him.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had like every shot that Grub took, I also took. I
Yeah.
apologize for not
So
making
three
that
of
very
you,
clear.
everybody whose name is not Elhorn, is definitely getting the head fuzzies. Just so you know.
So yes, we should do this sooner rather than later.
Yep.
Isn't there a letter for the thing to go
Which
to
one?
the library?
Yes, we're going to the library to research the ruins.
That doesn't
Yes.
sound right.
That is exactly
I'm
what we're
drunk,
doing.
so don't look at me like that. Elhorn, why are we going there?
You had it right. We're going to try to figure out more about the ruins if we can, more about the surrounding area from way back when, and we're also going to be looking to see if we can find Iskela or some sort of reference to them if we can, and if we are real lucky, we can figure out what's in the mountains or at least in that area from the past.
Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Yeah.
why I keep Elhorn around, by the way, because he.
You don't
actually
just want to
remembers
bully him
things.
all the time?
I don't bully you, Elhorn. Do I bully you?
No, I'm the older brother. I bully him. That's why
Did
I
you
bully
not
him
see
with
his,
this.
he made his bird attack me this morning.
I look down the Grub. Do you believe that he's the older one?
Uh-uh.
You haven't
I'm
seen
an
us
only
fight yet.
child,
That's
and
why.
I know that's
Not
fucked.
really.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
I give him a verbal 1-2, and he literally punches me in the face. It's sort of our thing.
Prove it.
Okay, I'm gonna hit him in the face.
Just...
All right, go ahead and roll. Just roll an attack roll for me. Add your proficiency, and I guess technically your strength, if you have any.
13.
I hope that misses you. Your
That's
AC
my armor class.
Your class is 13.
He's a
Who wins
bard.
dies again?
Fair.
I'm a bard, and yeah.
Where are you aiming, Elhorn?
Where would I aim at? Well, I'm sitting beside him, so it would be like right here. Right in the
You're actually hitting him in the face. Okay.
This is like
Yeah,
shit.
100%.
And what's your unarmed damage? It should be on the sheet there.
It's one damage.
So he hits you. It's not like he's punched you cleaner before, but enough knuckle connects with enough of your jawbone that you do take the 1 point of damage, and you felt it shift over, and you're able to get it
I'm
back.
trying not to cast a spell on you right now. Really
Yeah,
trying.
yeah. I'll
Excuse
get
me.
Lucy to attack you.
All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's have another drink. We figured it out. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Which one of you can read anyway? I'm going to the. He's the
I can
reader.
read.
Okay.
I mean, Elhone can read.
I
Two
can
of
read.
them. Three of them. Oh no,
I'm pretty
Silas!
sure Silas can read.
Silas can read.
Oh no, Silas! Not you too.
Grub. I think most of the city knows how to read.
If it makes you feel any better, most people are forced to learn how to read. It's not a choice.
Just think of every bad person you've ever known. I guarantee you, they knew how to read.
I would say that's right about 95% of the time.
That's true, but
But hey, Grub. On the other hand, all the good people that you know, sitting around this table, all know how to read.
that one potentially kills birds and people. We're not sure. You
I
just
do
punch
not-
your own brother in the face. I'm not sure what's up with the bird, but we'll find that out. So I don't know.
I told you it's an interdimensional being. Lucy.
I mean, this one. I just point to Charlie.
Oh, the other bird.
I punched Grub in the shoulder.
Oh no!
Make the attack.
Yeah.
For reals?
Roll
Oh, no.
for broken arm.
This is unarmed for you, which is normal.
Yeah, it's a regular attack for me.
Yep.
That was an 18 plus 5, 23.
+5, you say?
All right. You're a monk, so roll actual
Roll damage?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
You're drunk too, so you don't know how to throw a punch right now.
This is where you learn that Charlie's a master of the drunken fist.
For 6.
6 damage?
Yeah.
Flurry of blows, or
No.
If you do, you get healing hands.
boom, boom. Yeah.
No, just a quick jab to the shoulder. No knuckle
Ow.
into the meat of it.
It's kind of like
You know that twangy bit that's in there?
Yeah.
Definitely connected with that. Like now your whole arm's kind of numb. You just can't really
yeah,
feel it.
I can't really move it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She punched you in the arm, but it feels like you hit your funny bone.
Yep.
Saying I'm not a good person.
Proof. Proof.
I cast healing word on Grub.
Okay.
Because, oh my god.
I'm actually pretty hurt today.
Did you light up the dagger at some point that I forgot?
I did, yeah. Like
Yeah,
first
Heal for
thing.
9.
Okay. Hey, back to full.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a +5 to stuff now. So.
There you go.
That's so much.
All right.
Yep.
Let's have another round, and then
Yep.
we'll call it a
And then
call it
we'll
a
have
night. We'll
one more after that.
Yeah, a couple more of those. And then,
And then
you
the
guys will
underground
read.
fighting.
Oh, no.
There's underground fighting.
I'm sure there is somewhere.
I mean, we can't miss. I'm not going to fight. I hope that's clear. But I would watch someone else, like Elhorn. You should get punched in the face.
I'm gonna try to avoid that today.
Elhorn, you should do some underground fighting. I really think you should. I'm going to cast suggestion on him.
Okay.
I'm also going to use unsettling words so that you have a D6 that you subtract from your saving throw.
Jeez. Oh my god.
Okay.
Was it wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw. DC 15.
All right, so roll the wisdom saving throw, Peaches.
Fuck. Okay.
Minus.
That's a 14.
Okay.
Wait.
Just
yeah,
roll a
14.
D6. to
Yeah,
see
now
what you
now
get.
roll a d6 for
Yeah.
funsies.
That's a 9
So it's a 9.
total. And I'm going to be like, Charlie, where's this underground finding?
Do I know?
It's magic.
So
It's magic.
I would say that absolutely you would know of a couple, fighting pits that not necessarily like illegal, but kind of, don't ask, don't tell. You know what I mean? Like the guards know it's there, but no one gets hurt too bad. You've probably been called in before because it would be taking place in in the district that you live in, and you can heal people, which they appreciate because it means more people can fight. So yeah,
yeah,
you'd
we-
absolutely know some fighting pits.
We can definitely go there later. I have to go that way anyway to go home.
I'm
I
down.
think we should go right now. And I'm going to push my table or my chair back.
I
Point in
pour
the
two more.
direction.
I pour a shot for everybody. One more shot before the road. One more shot for the road.
Yep.
Take the shot for the road and grab
Instantly
the bottle of
half
wine.
down it onto my face and half into the mouth. I want to fight, but I have to do something real quick. And I scuttle off towards the front desk.
All right, yeah, you go over towards the front desk.
Just kind of like lean up at it. I need to get a room service.
What would you like? For
I
room
pull out the
service?
paper for 608, and
Okay.
I just need one pickaxe, please.
Certainly.
If you
Would you
can.
like that charged to the room or
Yep.
608? We'll have that delivered to 608. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I just scuttle right back to the table. I hand the crowbar back to Charlie.
Oh,
I won't need that
Thank you.
anymore.
grab my trusty crowbar.
All right. Yeah.
So I got it.
So you all take your last shot, and Charlie, you grab the bottle of wine.
Charlie is too drunk to care about wearing the mask.
Okay, mask off. I like it. Yeah, you all make your way out. Is there anything anybody needs to grab from their room first before you leave?
No.
Okay.
We're going fight.
I grab my loot because it is kind of my arcane focus.
Fair. Yeah, I was more asking if Grub wanted to bring his weapons or not. But that's fine. I'm sure your punches are really strong. It's good.
I'm dwarven.
Oh, I would have brought my sword,
Okay.
but not my bow.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Yeah,
It's
would
not like
have
a
shit.
great sword, right?
Oh no.
No, it's just an okay sword.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
short sword.
All right.
Best friend sword.
Yeah, it's best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Did you
you
see him just eager to get there, walking ahead of Charlie, even though
Yeah,
she's
this-
the one directing
I
us?
was gonna say, Charlie, a few times you have to be like, no, it's the left. You
That
went
way.
right. That's wrong. You kind of have to like keep them going the right way. But eventually, you do make your way into the Brutus district. Are you stopping off at your home first, or are you guys going straight to the fighting pits?
Good to go.
Good
Yeah.
to go.
Oh yeah, straight to fighting.
Fighting around the world.
All right.
It's a game, it's a game.
Good callback, Aaron. I really like that. I hadn't thought about that in a long time. And I'm glad I thought about it again.
Yeah, so you end up going kind of a few blocks away from your house. It's not too far, but you go to this big warehouse, and you knock on the door, and you see like one of the sliders open up, and someone looks in and sees you, and says like, "Oh, are you here to? Somebody call you to heal people again, or what?
No,
I hit people.
I want to beat somebody up.
You want to enter? Who's with you?
Dwarb.
Hey, Elhorn.
I don't
And my
care about
brother
your
Sheldon.
names. Are they with you? Looking at you. Two.
Rude.
Yeah.
All right. Even the fancy one.
He's watching.
Probably for the better. All right. Closes the door and opens up the closes the slider and opens up the door. You hear like a few locks go and the door itself opens and you walk in and it's really strange. As soon as the door opens, you hear the sounds from within, where even when like the slider was open, you didn't really hear anything. And right away you can hear like people kind of cheering and rooting each other on. You can hear the sound of some combat. You can hear the sound of like metals like hitting together and grunts and yells and that kind of thing. And then the door closes behind you. And Charlie, you know where to go, so you kind of walk in and you make your way towards the. There's sort of like a makeshift like bar/desk that's set up, and you can see there's like a large burly real dwarf behind with like this like scraggly brown beard and like this pretty unkempt hair. Looks at you all and says, "Hey, are you looking to bet or are you looking to fight?"
Enter.
Fight.
Smashes his fist on the table and says, "Good. We always need new fighters. Are you looking to go in unarmed or armed? There's 2 categories here."
Unarmed.
Unarmed, all right.
Unarmed.
Okay. What about you two? Are you fighting? You look a little fancy to fight.
You're the second one who said that, and it makes me really want to fight instead.
You're welcome to if you like, but look around. There's nobody here dressed like you. And you look around and, fuck no, there's not.
Is there a magic one?
Yeah, we don't do magic here.
Well, nope.
All right.
I'll be joining those 2.
I already got punched in the face today. I'm good.
You're doing the unarmed fighting there. Top hat.
Yes.
All right.
Mr. Top
I
Hat.
need y'all to sign these waivers. Sign your name in.
Illegal conscious fighting pit.
You always got to watch your liabilities,
Smart, smart, smart.
I look at what Charlie does and make a very bad approximation of that. Writing it down.
If I see Grub struggling, I will just write his for him.
Okay.
That says dwarf.
Certainly does. Definitely says Grub. He told me after I wrote it. I'm like,
Right. Write the other name.
I'm so bad with names.
All right. And then you see he says, now you're looking to place bets on the fights as well.
I bet I win.
yes. Oh my gosh, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
How much you betting?
What's the minimum bet?
And he kind of looks at you and you see 10
Insight
gold.
check. Insight check. Before I even answer, insight check.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Wait, aren't we drunk though? Doesn't that do bad stuff to us?
I would say that you would, for insight, yeah, you would still get a disadvantage roll on
Okay.
Oh, I just
rolled
meant for the
16.
fighting. But yeah.
that. Oh, forget the
16
fight.
and
Well,
a
we'll get to the
14
fight.
is 16 and a 14 is 18.
Yeah, he rolled a 4 plus some. So yeah, you don't get the impression that there's a minimum bet here.
And I bet on a fighter, right?
Yes. Yeah, you bet on someone to win.
Can I bet on all my friends?
Oh, these are your friends? Certainly. How much?
Okay,
It's
I will-
per fight. You can't do a lump
Oh,
sum.
I know. I'm gonna bet individual. Like I'll give gold to each individual.
Perfect.
So I'll do 70 gold on.
You see his eyes light up. Like,
on Charlie.
I.
You do it saying lots, Grub. 80 gold on Grub.
80. All right. And
And 10 gold on Elrond.
Perfect.
Good man, because I can't fight barehanded.
It's more injury to insult. I just want to see you get your ass kicked, and I know it's likely going to happen. And Grub, I thought Grub's grunts were like, bet on me.
Yeah.
Bet on me.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah.
He's
And I've just
shitting
seen you
himself. He's
fight
never
with-
even heard 80 gold being spent at once before.
Well, don't lose. And if you lose, that's also okay. I still appreciate you.
All right. He says,
I say that directly to Grub. The other two, I'm like,
Thank God for the hood
can
right
win.
now.
also, Charlie, I've seen you punch stuff, and you seem good at punching stuff. And I'll give you bardic inspiration.
okay. And then he says, all right, well, we've got an unarmed fight coming up next, and we were looking for someone else. We'll get you in there right away. Which one of you would like to go first?
I'll go first. So I'm gonna take.
You're
that
fighting
field, right?
unarmed. I thought you were. Oh, sure, Elhorn, you can go first. Absolutely.
If it's separate, then I want to fight with a sword.
Yeah. There's like
Sorry.
unarmed fights and there's weapon fights, but there's no mixing because that's kind of fucked up.
Right. I just thought we were all going to be on a team, not individual.
Oh no.
Why would I have
These are
paid
1v1s.
individual gold for each of you?
Yeah, these are 1v1s. So
Grub.
Okay. I'm
Bro.
definitely going with the
Evens
weapon.
or odds?
What does that mean?
And
Oh.
I hold out a hand. It's like you do 1 or 2, and you say.
Oh, I think
even.
Aaron knows what that means, but you're talking to
Yes.
Grub/Dwarb.
Grub, look at me.
Yeah.
Either do this finger or
Alright.
these fingers. You can pick
Alright.
whichever one you want, but do one of those when Charlie says.
I cover them and have it ready.
Yes. So. 1, 2,
Just doing this.
even.
Does that mean I win?
The delay is so good.
I immediately go to the cage.
All right. Oh my god. So
Oh shit.
so you kind of head down. There's some stairs that go like back behind where like that bar table were. You go down and there's another man that leads you down that way, and the pit itself is actually like lowered down. It seems like from the looks of what you're looking at, it looks like during the day they have like either several flooring pieces or something that would usually like lay on top of this and cover this area up. And it's almost like it's like if you could take the roof off so you could see the basement for a little bit and then put it back on. But there are like actual seats, like tiered seats built in so that everybody can get like a good view.
Like when you do basketball over an ice rink.
Exactly. You know, it's all convertible at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Right. Just fucking melt it and it's water now. It's fine.
it's fine.
But yeah, so Charlie, you head down, and they kind of start getting you ready, and you know you're able to start stretching it out if you need to, or whatever you want to do. You're fucking drunk. You're probably just gonna stay there.
I take off all of my like healing equipment and
Yep.
my jacket, and yeah, I'm there with like a vest on and pants.
Nice.
I will hold your stuff for you. I've got money writing on you. I'll be nice.
And something that's new for you guys is that the scars that you see on her face are also all down her left arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the rest of you're led down, and there's plenty of seating still available, but there's a fair number of people in here already, and yeah, you can see that the crowd itself is seeing that there are two fighters. You can see across from you, there's this like large half-orc male who's bare-chested and just has on like almost like fur loins, and that's pretty much it. He's going in like barefoot. You can see he's got battle scars over his chest. You see some scars on his back, and he's kind of like looking at you, and he's like huffing out of his nose, and see he's trying to like he's doing like the back and forth step to like get himself amped up. You know what I mean?
Want to come at me, bro?
Yeah, exactly. And you hear somebody you see somebody walk into the center and say, he's got a couple sheets of paper with him. And he says, "Okay, you lot, listen up. we've got some new fighters coming in today. On this side, we've got, and you see it looks, Charlie. And you hear like a couple.
Go,
I use prestidigitation to make it sound like a couple extra claps.
Nice.
Yeah, you see,
So
it
it's like
starts.
a-
It starts slow, Charlie, but like you hear like, oh, there's more people. Like the crowd's getting into it now,
Yeah.
and it's just.
Cut his heart out.
With your fist?
Punch the heart out.
The punch is out is much more accurate.
He said, and on this side, we've got Throck. And you see like a few other half orcs on one side. You're just like, Throck.
I use prestidigitation to do booze.
And you see immediately like they get up and they're like looking around to see who's moving. They don't see anybody and they sit back down, looking around with their shifty eyes though. And as you walk in, the person in the center says, "All right. Only rule is, don't kill each other. No magic. Other than that, the fight ends when one of you goes to sleep. Agreed?" And points to you, Charlie. Agreed. And Throck just goes, "Of course. All right. Let's have a clean fight."
Charlie. That's what you start hearing in the crowd. Charlie.
And as he claps and backs away towards the door out of the ring, and you both kind of set up into your fighting stances, that's where we're going to have to go ahead and end it for tonight.
Charlie. Sorry, I didn't keep track. So 70 on.
You put 70 on
Jardine,
Charlie, 80 on
80,
Grub,
and then 10,
and 10 on Elhorn.
So another 160 gold.
Oh boy.
That's just on layaway.
I'm excited for Grub to be fighting unarmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I
interesting.
honestly thought Grub was like, oh, you should. pitch
He's
that
going
money
no,
on
and
me.
you're like, "Four."
And I was like, oh, that was supposed to be for Charlie, but I'll do more gold on you, sure. He doesn't understand the concept of less gold.
Fantastic.
Oh god, we're in trouble now.
Okay. Unexpected turn. I didn't think you'd be getting into fighting rings this early, but I'm excited to see what you guys can do, especially
Should've punched me in the
Elhorn.
face.
True.
Should've punched me in the
I'm-
That's true.
I'm definitely looking forward to see if Elhorn can do stuff.
Wow. Hey, I got some ideas, Grub.
He's got
Okay.
some-
Oh, I know. I'm looking forward to
Hey, you
it.
got a
Don't
week
do
to
in that
figure it
dirty,
out.
huh?
This ain't
Don't
a
forget about
door. You're not
cunning
gonna get
action,
stumped.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, just want to say thanks again, everybody, for coming out. As always, we will be back next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern to continue this and see how their adventures into the sort of underground fighting rings go here in Atholito. Other than that, don't forget that on Tuesday we are going to be starting a new campaign in Monster of the Week, which is run by Aaron. You really got to check it out. It's going to be crazy. You don't want to miss a thing. It's going to be super, super lots of fun.
Oh yeah.
So make sure you're there 7 p.m. Tuesday. Other than that, if we do have any other updates that are going to come out, make sure that you guys keep an eye on our Discord channel where we put a lot of our updates, if anything, especially if things change. Other than that, keep an eye on our social medias as well. But other than that, we hope to see you again soon. Thank you very much for coming out and spending time with us. And hope you enjoyed, and we hope you have a great evening.
Thank you.
Bye,
Hey,
everybody.
guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye now. Bye bye.